Mud flaps.
Mud flaps. Hey, good evening and welcome along to episode 28 of Rebirth of the Graven King, formerly Journeys Adjacent to the Radiant Citadel, right here on the Emerald Collective. Rebirth of the Graven King is a mini campaign of my own design, but features the Radiant Citadel from the campaign of the same name. Basically, we started running that. I read through it and I was like, no, I'm going to do something else with that. My name is GM Dave and I'm the Dungeon Master. Yes, I am dressed rather more strangely than I usually am. I'm meant to be an Ewok tonight. I hope you can see my ears and you like them, and my little stitches. But we're going to go around the table and see who's wearing what. But first off, I'm going to throw a quick couple of announcements before we start rolling dice. Now, we know we're not on Twitch every evening, even though we'd love to be. But so with that in mind, the Emerald Collective are also on the podcast scene. We have an entire Call of Cthulhu story available on all podcast platforms and also on our YouTube channel. It's called No Silver Linings, and it's set in Silvermines, Tipperary, 1919. Don't worry, that's not what the horror part is of it. It gets worse. Our current podcast series is called The Violet Madness. You catch episode 0 on all podcast platforms for so far, you'll get an intro to the continuation of this previously streamed adventure by the inimitable Mark Corrigan of Shunnick Games. We love him. The story is set in the land of Castonia and tells the tales of our heroes trying to rid the land of the disease known only as the Violet Madness. Now we're up to episode 23, wherever you get your podcasts, and Jeweler tier patrons can get a sneak peek of the next episode 2 weeks earlier on our Patreon. Did I say Patreon? Yes, sir, I did. Head on over to patreon.com/the Emerald Collection to find ours. Depending on the tier you choose every month, you'll receive original battle maps, magical items and monsters to use in your games, and even bonus maps with variant versions. You'll also get access to the latest podcast episodes 2 weeks before they drop on the regular podcast platforms. Now, we offer discounted rates on select items and drive-through RPG friends of EC rates with our resident cartographer Itzamap, who's behind me there, and artist Lish and Gabby, formerly Zorpsart. We'll even give you a shout out on our Twitch streams to say thanks for supporting us, and tonight's shout out goes out to the wonderful Christian van den Hever. Christian, we love you and we miss you. We want to get you back in the game soon if we can. Now, if you don't have the coin to spare to sign up for the higher tiers, you can still hit that $1 tier and show your support. Now, apart from that, we also have a free tier that you can sign up for, and you'll receive some free gifts for doing so. Some of our GMs have been even known to drop some of the maps used on the one-shots for folks at the free tier and above. So head on over to our Patreon and check it all out. Now, I know you love the overlay because it's fucking awesome, but what do those shields and numbers on your fancy Twitch overlays mean, I hear you ask? Well, you can use your channel points to bestow boons upon players and the GM. A boon grants a 1d4 to attack rolls and ability checks. If you sub to our channel or gift a sub to another, you can offer inspiration or to a player or the GM. Inspiration allows the rerolls of attack rolls or ability checks, but not death saves. So there's been quite a few of those so far in this game, so just bear that in mind. Please remember to say in chat, who shall receive your boon? Now, let's meet our players before we dive into tonight's episode of Rebirth of the Graven King. Unfortunately, we have no Kethra or Phoenix tonight, so we'll have someone else will be piloting them. Anyway, Paddy, tell us a little bit about you, who you dressed up as tonight, and who you're playing.
How's everyone? I'm Paddy, as David said, and I am playing Captain Phelim Fontaine.
People here, Paddy?
Oh, am I muted?
I can hear Paddy.
Yeah. Can Kate hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Sorry. Yep, my fault. Sorry, keep going.
That's all right.
That was a me thing. I know sound.
I am dressed as Captain Phelim Fontaine tonight. I've got my trusty hat on with my little strip of the manticore tail. I've got my lovely clean white shirt on, as you can see. And I have my spare shirts there hanging in the background in case there's any spatters of blood or errant soup. And I also have our little friend Margaret Kynan.
Little Margaret. She done me no harm to anyone.
The time she exploded.
And I'm just glad to be back. It's been a little while, so...
Yep. Is that sword in the background part of the costume, or is that just lying around your house every day?
That's
lurking around.
Oh, I won't say anything. That's actually just part of the costume, yeah. And I'm just glad to be back playing because it's been a little while, so...
Yeah. Thank you very much, Paddy. Rep, you're up next, and tell us who you're playing and who you're dressed up as.
I am dressed up as me, and I'm playing Torvig. But in session to what's going on, I spent a long time concentrating in my head and growing these out just so I could make that bit work. Hello, hi, welcome. I am Rebirth Gamer and Paul.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Ranger. You can save for him in a minute.
Rep, you were dropping out like crazy. No. We might come back to Rep as he tries to fix his connection. But we'll go to Craig next. Craig has to tell us a little bit about you. How long you expect to stay on the run for and who you're playing?
Hey everyone, I'm Craig, and I'll be playing Andira, our resident Shadar Kai warlock in service to the Raven Queen. Excuse the sirens; that has nothing to do with me. I've actually I didn't dress up as a.
Oh God! Can't hear him. You can't hear you anymore.
Anything?
No.
I've been on vacation. Yeah, the outfit they had us made.
Okay, I came
All right,
back in and then left
are we
again.
all?
Oh,
We can hear you now. This is kind of weird.
Hello? Yeah.
We have a crazy upload speed here, and I hope we do. Sorry, yeah. Keep going. Sorry, because you were dropping out there for us.
Oh, no worries. It seems to have cleared up though.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, great. And yeah, when I'm not here on Rebirth of the Graven King, you can find me as GM of Dice Size Tales, which runs on Thursdays here on the Emerald Collective, and also on the road out with my band, My Son the Hurricane, a 12 to 14 piece brass band, very high energy, danceable, kind of hip hop rock influenced music. We're coming to the end of our touring season for this year, but are in the middle of planning our overseas tour for next year, where we're planning on hitting a lot of the countries we did last summer, as well as a few more. So yeah, very excited.
like Ireland.
Yes,
Yeah.
like Ireland. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, and that lovely voice that you heard in the background is Keith. Keith, tell us a little bit about you, who you dress up as, and who you're playing.
Hello. All three of those things are Nira. Well, I'm not Nira, but I am tonight. I got my little cat's ears. I got my glitter claws. Get the glitter. Unfortunately, they didn't come with any glue, so I had to use PVA glue, and that didn't dry, so I had to put sellotape on it.
Excellent.
So I am unable to do anything except this, which is what the ladies do.
Exactly.
So there'll be lots of this happening. That's
Lovely
the extent of my
stuff.
contribution tonight. I can talk and I
It's
can
wonderful.
gently get my
That's
fringe out of my
all we
eyes.
need. And then Rep, you're back.
I think that's
Sorry, yeah.
Am I back?
Exactly.
Who knows?
Yes.
If I'm back.
Rep's back in the house. So that's it. Yeah, Nira, Tabaxi monk,
Tabaxi monk.
who has received. Well, look, Nira receives quite a hammering in pretty much every every time we go into combat because that's how he rolls. But I think one of his recent beatings has had him reconsider his chaotic ways, and I think he's trying to calm down and maybe turn his monk ways towards more of. Is there a higher power out there? Maybe he can begin to follow. Maybe a bit of multiclass, maybe something like that.
Interesting.
We will see. We shall see. That is me. That is Nira, and these claws will be here all evening, I guess. Oh, and I'm wearing my furry bathrobe because I guess that's kind of like.
Oh, I
Nira's
like
fur.
it. Yeah.
And here's his
Okay,
little,
yeah.
I reckon Nira would also be rocking a vest. That sounds like his kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
lazy,
feel
I
like,
swear.
Nira's a vest kind of guy.
Yeah.
Love it, love it,
so
love
yeah.
it. Okay, thank you very much,
Happy to be
Keith.
here.
Let's go back to Rep and Torvik.
We can try and go back to me. I'm sure at some point I will drop out again. Kind of like how we dropped down last session. I'm a pro gamer. I am playing Torvik. I'm a Minotaur Ranger. He just wants to not be on this particular bit of this island right at this moment. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, guys. So I think we'll go ahead and run through a quick recap. The story began in the world of Hethar on the continent of Grathas, an undead army sweeping across the lands led by a terrible figurehead, the son of the Graven King, an undead terror in search of a Concord jewel, a powerful magical craft capable of transporting one to the Radiant Citadel, which is a floating shard of the deep ethereal that had become a community for the displaced and lost. By a strange turn of desperate events, the party found themselves in that very same craft, transported to the Radiant Citadel, where they met Nob, a wizard charged with the place's defense, who tasked the party with uncovering any and all information they could about the son of the Graven King from his home, the island of Garthas, back in the world of Hethar, promising them a great reward if they did so. The son of the Graven, to which the party said, "We don't need a reward, we will do this completely free." The son of the Graven King has 5 minions that hold sway over the undead-infested island and guard all traces of his past. Having defeated his first minion, Shazasthar, and accompanied by a sentient glass orb named Margaret Kanan, the party continue their search for information on the dreaded son of the Graven King. But now, a terrible obsidian construct called the Shard is hunting the party. This creature, fashioned by the son of the Graven King himself, is practically impervious to the party's spells and weapons, so they're in full flight to the center of the island of Garthas, where it's rumored that a city of dwarves might be capable of forging weapons capable of affecting this fell creation. So, weary, beaten, and broken, how much does the party have left in the tank?
Everything.
What plan? Everything. Phelan does. What plan does the son of the Graven King's minion Parzanthia have in motion to eradicate the dwarves beneath the volcano? And why is Ketra so quiet? And what was that glowing around her neck the other night? Well, on this Halloween Eve, there's only one way to find out. Let's play some fucking D&D, bitches. So, let's do it.
Yes, very excited.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
As you stand weary, beaten, and broken on the other side of this river, the shard, now having just lashed off, just charged through the trees in the opposite direction on the other side of this river. As our friends in the party know, this thing, this being seems to have been created in somewhat of a hurry and has an issue with crossing running water. So the party are currently using rivers and tributaries and even like poured out water bottles in any way they can to try and keep this thing away from them. So as it charges...
Can we use a fjord?
You certainly can. As it charges off on this purple line here on the map, you can see it veers west through some of these trees here above this this strange ruined temple or building. As the party are now on the other side of a small tributary, not this river. They're still on this side of the still on this side of the map. Now, as you stand on the other side of that, it's a reasonably sized river. We have Andira, who has flown about a kilometer high in the sky using the remnants of your fly spell. And as you are there, you see the shard veer northwest and just tearing down these massive and ancient jungle trees. You can see now this huge obsidian construct is just swatting them away like they're just like people at a concert, and he's just this oversized bouncer. Whop whop. And it's heading around the river at an alarming rate. Andira, you're at 18 from 69 hit points. Ketra is at 38 from 77. Nira, 18 from 62. Torvik, 11 from 78. Phoenix Valley, who is actually passed out and strapped to a levitating plank, is at 58 from 60. And Phelan Fontaine. What's wrong with you? What are we doing, guys?
We are running.
Yes.
We're not standing there watching it. We are running.
Move.
Okay, so you're running. We're not taking a long rest or short rest. We're just going.
Definitely for now, yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I think
Pass
until
without
we
trace
are
is
able
active
to
and
cross.
we are moving.
Pass Without Trace is active. That is no problem at all. So as you pick yourselves up now, Phelan Fontaine, most likely doing most of the cajoling and maybe barking orders and whatever, who was in perfect shape, tip-top shape. How are the rest of you guys? How are you reacting to this encouragement? Is it something you just like picking yourselves up? You know what has to be done here. Anyone complaining?
The Torvik's already 30 feet ahead. And
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, no,
So what we're gonna do?
Moving. Yeah.
Excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter into a skill challenge to see how far you can get, versus how fast and how quickly the shard can find you again. So as we enter into a skill challenge, I need.
River. We're not following the red. We're going to the river.
You're going straight to the
We're going
river.
the big river.
Okay, cool. So as you go, So as you go
Everything was
straight to
cast
the
last
river.
night, so
Yep. As you go straight to the river, there, down here this way, that bridge has been destroyed, right? So as you make your way up this coast, looking for a suitable place to cross over, this is what the skill challenge is going to be to see how far up along the river you get until you find a suitable crossing. So if you fail the skill challenge, you will not make it past here. Okay.
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 The goal really is to get to this island, or possibly make it around
that
this ruined village.
Nice.
So So we're going to enter into a skill challenge to see how well you do. I'm going to start with Phelim. The DC for this starts at 15. I need 6 successes before 3 failures. DC goes up 1 every time. So tell me what skill you'd like to use, how you'd like to use it. And bear in mind that this might come back around to you again. And so keep in reserve maybe another skill that you're good at.
Yeah.
So as the party surge forward now, you can't see the shard, you can't see this giant obsidian creature, but you know it's out there. You know it's finding any kind of way across this small river to meet you on the other side and then just annihilate you. You know you do not have a chance to beat this thing yet.
Okay, I'm going to try and get us off to a good start, and I'm going to
Come on,
use
you
my
can do it.
skill of acrobatics. So as Phelim's going along, he just from time to time it looks like he's just falling over and rolling, but he's actually doing little handstands. But he's so short he don't realize it, and he's jumping through little holes and logs in the path and all that sort of stuff.
So
But
we're
I'm
doing
sure
acrobatics,
Pans
is it?
out and he's just like
Acrobatics.
running across the road, ducking and rolling out in the middle of the road.
I don't. Oh, 18.
18.
Nice.
So the DC starts
Nice.
at, what did I say, 16? I said 16.
Yeah.
No, it's the 12. No, Dave, you said 12. Did I say
Totally,
15?
it was 6.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I said 15. Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, no worries.
Okay.
So that is 1 success over 0 failures. So I need 6 successes before 3 failures. Phelim, that was an acrobatic. So how is this helping?
How is it helping?
Yeah.
It's
cool, man.
his smooth movements
Harsh,
through the
Dave.
undergrowth
Fucking
and
harsh.
the roots and the trees are just
You're sort of showing them maybe a path
awe-inspiring.
that they
Oh,
can
yeah.
take. Okay, cool.
If someone
Inspiring
I like
as
it, I like it.
rotund and unfit looking as Phelim can move that smoothly, surely these guys can do. The rest of them can do it too.
Okay, lovely. Next up, now the DC is 16. Can we get a round versus DC counter, please? Or even just a round counter?
Round counter, yes.
Okay, cool. So I'll just keep writing numbers here. Give me 1 second. So we're up to 16. I'm going to write it just here. DC is 16. Who would like to go next?
Indira can go next.
Okay. What skill are you going to use? It cannot be acrobatics.
That's fine by me. I got a
Yeah.
+1 to that.
Okay.
So I think as we're moving along and you know we're kind of finding the routes ahead of us, and Indira is becoming like very, very conscious of the varying degrees of okay the party is. Like some of us
Yeah.
are rather hurt. Phoenix is unconscious on a plank floating along. Like some of us are looking okay, but she is going to take time to maybe every now and then kind of come back to the back of the line and like provide some words of encouragement or like help get people moving again. I'd like to use persuasion for this.
Okay, I love it. So DC is 16.
Good hustle.
And this is not tough love. It's the opposite. You can do it.
That's a 29 natural 20.
Oh.
That is 2 successes. As everyone knows, and that one will be 2 failures. So we are now 3
Don't worry
successes
about that.
with
That's
0
not
failures. The DC has gone up to 17. Let me just move this out because it's part of something else. And now we'll delete that. And we go for 17. Who would like to go for the next try? That was a hell of a... I think that's really
No
made the
pressure.
difference now. So we're at DC 17. Who would like to use a skill that hasn't gone yet?
I'll go, and for Nira, I think they would like to use their stealth.
Okay.
And
How are
I
we
think-
stealthing?
Stealthing, I think, is because we're trying to move quite quickly, and usually when you're moving quickly, you're sacrificing stealthiness. And I think Nira's going to use their stealth. Nira is, as we've established, incredibly fast. So Nira is going to stealth out and kind of scout around the outside of the group. So the group's kind of moving quite slow, and a group this size can kind of only move, for safety we're staying close together, we can only move as fast as our slowest member. Nira is by far and away their fastest. So Nira is almost kind of, not necessarily doing full laps of the group as they move along, but kind of, and Nira is using their stealth to get out into the outliers and make sure that nothing is coming within. Kind of like scouting around, so it's using their stealth to scout.
And then popping back and going, don't step there, don't step there.
Yeah, exactly.
lovely,
or
lovely.
if there's something coming in, kind of like driving it away, or just making sure that our perimeter
Cool.
is safe as we go. And that's the best spoof I can come up with to use.
That's all right. That's the whole point of a skill challenge.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
DC
right.
17 stealth. You can do this.
Here we go. We can do it. I'm going to use my fancy claws to click the button. No, I'm not, because they don't work. Stupid claws.
16.
Ooh.
Do I have a thing I can roll? Do
You
I
have an inspiration.
things?
You don't have a boon.
What's an inspiration? A reroll?
Yeah. If I will give it
I'll do that. I'll reroll.
20 seconds if you want to wait and see if someone wants to give you a boon with their channel points that don't cost anything.
My wife is in the chat, like, I might do it.
There it is. From Ryan.
Rhino!
Hey, thanks, Ryan.
Right to the rescue there. Look at that.
Attaboy. So what's that,
Okay.
D4?
Yeah, well, that's an auto success. Because if you roll it, but sure, roll it for the crack. Roll it for the crack.
2.
Excellent. That brings up to what is that? We've got
Nice one, Rhino.
4 successes over 0 failures. The DC has now gone up to I need to move this aside. Oh, look at that.
That is a
DC.
big
Oh,
help.
fucking shit. The DC has gone up to 18. And I do believe Rep is next.
Sorry, Rep.
Yeah,
Rep, you're dropping out in your audio. I don't know if
So
turning
thank
off
you
turn off your cam helps, maybe,
Just don't like his horn.
and just doing audio only. I might reduce the bandwidth.
Let's see if that works better.
Definitely sounds better
You
straight
sound
away.
clear.
Cool. I'll probably get it back in sleep.
Okay. So if you want to pick a skill and roll,
Let's go. Yeah, and survival. We'll lean into that whole doing that side of things.
Okay, I like it.
I think.
It's getting warm, lads. Hold on.
Only Ewok.
Let's go back and shadow slice.
Yeah. Shadow slice to eat.
Oh, nice.
What do we got? Holy shit! Okay, so
Only
that
the
is-
21. The +4 doesn't count. That's a different thing. So only
That's
21,
right.
I'm afraid.
No.
So that is
Boy.
5 successes before 6 failures. We are up to DC 19. I think you might do this, guys. Who's next? So back
Now
up to
we're
whoever
jinxed.
wants to go next.
Oh, I definitely want to go next for fun.
Okay, what have we got?
So Phelan, following on from his previous acrobatics, just sees Torvig kind of overtaking him, and he does a little flip off one of the trees, lands on Torvig's shoulders, and starts steering him so Torvig can focus purely on speed. And I'm going to use animal handling.
Wow.
Wow!
Oh no.
It's probably a good
Six.
thing you can't see my face at the minute. And the 6 is very definitely appropriate.
That is a 6. So that is. Alright, so 19 for 1 failure. Sorry, no, that's wrong. I think Kate has that, do you?
I have the successes.
Successes. Okay, cool. So let me just go. So we're going to go in. I'm going to just. So that is.
It is actually one of my better
So
skills.
5 for 1. I'm going to do the 1 in the river here, okay? That's a failure. F
Putting a hoof print on that shirt later.
equals. There is,
Phelan
an
is
ins-
oblivious
just like
to how
drive straight
ineffective
into a
it is.
tree.
there is an inspo on the pod if you want to use it. I think
actually.
given
we've got, like-
given what happened here, Tori is not a fan of that. So I think we should wait for the next time you want to use the inspo.
After
I
we
feel
cast
like-
him off, I'll do the next one. Then we'll see if I do any better on the next roll.
Okay, so hold on. So the DC is
Do
now
it,
20.
do it.
What is going on here? Give me 1 second. Oh, yeah, this is the problem because if I keep that in there, it will ruin the rolls that I did. So the DC is now 20, and we have.
Let's just have a look ahead and we'll do a perception check. 'cause we
Okay,
haven't done one of those
perception.
yet.
Let's
There
go.
we
Let's
go.
see what you got.
Nice.
How's 22?
Yes.
Nice.
We're
Very
going
good.
this way.
Okay, I love it. And so, with that, oh shit, Command Z. Let's get rid of this. Let's drag all this stuff out. No!
One line at a
Alright,
time.
let's go.
Took
Yeah,
horse riding
one line
lessons from
at a
the,
time. Well, guys, I feel like all this terrible use of Roll20 has kind of sullied your success. But what will not sully but celebrate your success is this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful solemn vow music that's going to just chill everyone out.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, isn't that nice? Isn't that, you all deserve that. Feeling like
That-
absolute shit as you make your way up
I don't hear that.
to...
To refresh.
You might need to
That
refresh your
does
Roll20.
do
So I am happy to say that you guys are going to move you over. As you find your way up. Let's just...
Ride, Torvik, ride.
No, I threw you off. I stopped the moment you tried that.
Happy to say that you make it. I mean, you do. Torvik's horns are kind of sensitive right now, given that, like, he took a lot of damage
Fair.
and almost lost a horn. So if you're holding on to those, it's like, again, if you've been punched in the teeth, and they're very, very sensitive for, like,
If I
a
keep
couple
saying
of
L,
weeks.
does this come through?
and you're just thankful that they didn't get
Ow.
broken. So you guys make it to here. I'm going to move you across this. So that's shift ping. And you do hear from far off. We're looking at about midday to, no, actually, we're looking at about probably late afternoon now. And somewhere off in the jungle, you do hear the snapping of trees and the cries of large jungle dwelling beasts as they
To the
move
river,
out of the
into
way.
river.
whatever
Went
this
across.
is. But, well, do you know what? I'm going to move it to a new map.
Oh,
And as you can see, still,
Marvelous stuff.
you arrive here.
Ooh.
this is fine.
This is the closest
Terrifying.
and best option you have to getting across this river.
Killing ourselves.
Cool.
And in the background somewhere, you do hear the shard getting closer and closer. These thunderous obsidian feet. You can feel the ground shaking, possibly 2-3 kilometers away, moving at 80 feet every 6 seconds. It's not going to be long until this thing is on your heels. What do we do? Phelan Fontaine, you're moving to the north. You can see now from the erupted volcano, the magma that has floated down this river has also set trees alight. And some of it has sort of formed this, has super cooled and formed still dangerous looking rocks that seem to be semi-stable in this fast-flowing river. It is 5, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 75, 80, 85, 90, about 100 feet wide. You're going to need... I need to hear how you're going to do it here, because this thing is not far from being on you. Phoenix Valley is still knocked unconscious from the soup, or was it the soup, the stew that you served him, in order to stop him peeling away his own skin in search of... So if there's anyone new here, our fairy wizard contracted a magical disease that is based around knowledge, and his entire skin turned to paper. But if you peel away a strip of the paper, more knowledge becomes available to you. So Phoenix has already learned the disintegration spell through this, and as they peeled away more paper or skin, depends on how you look at it, and how it feels to you. Our monk Nira, Tabaxi monk, saw the remnants of a newspaper story about a group of people building a statue for Nira back in I think you forgot about that one.
I did.
Yeah, so there was like, as the paper peeled away, you could see like a headline on the newspaper, statue for Nira built, the wanderer who never came home, but you couldn't see the rest of it. Yeah, there you go. So
Dirty pup.
Cool.
So, the party decided to make a stew for Phoenix, and I will say that the player Ryan wasn't here at the time, so it's sort of a good way to sort of take the player, take the character out while the player wasn't here. I wouldn't take away character agency if the player was here. So, we have Phoenix, who is a tiny, or either size small or size tiny fairy, who is lashed to a floating plank, and they're sort of dragging him along, like I don't know what like, but yeah. So Fain and Fontaine, you move up to the north. What are you
Teddy bear
doing?
and a
Yeah.
skateboard.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this trunk of a tree and I'm saying, who's coming with me? And my plan is to shove it in the water
Okay.
and hopefully kind of go this way. If you can see that. Can you see that line?
Yeah, I see D-Range Ryan in chat saying I can't help you in game. I'm happy, Ryan. If you can't get in because of your computer, you're more than happy. Like more than happy. You want to drop bits and boons or whatever works for you. Don't feel like you can't. But like obviously you're like if that means that you're not here, then you can't help us in game. That's fine. But do feel free to chime in if there's anything you want to suggest. We can work it out this way. Thank you very much for our happy affiliate anniversary. I think we're 2. What's that fucking emote? It looks like Lawrence of Arabia. That's awesome. It's a crying emote. Sorry. Okay, Phelan, you're throwing a log in.
Well, I'm pushing it over, and you know, like when you're on one of them really big high water slides,
Yeah.
kind of hoping to sit on it like that with whoever's coming with me, and sit on it as we push it in, shunt it forward, and kind of go across. And I'm guessing the tide is, I don't know what way, or not the tide, but
It's
the flow,
flowing top to bottom.
top to bottom. So I'm
Let me
hoping to
just- let me
go
just see if I have a log.
kind of from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock, if you get me, this way.
Okay.
I think Nero would like to help out doing that. Do you think realistically, Nero's kind of like jumping speed, if Nero kind of like was able to jump onto some rocks with a rope, and kind of like if Phelan had the other end of the rope and Phelan is on the big log.
Okay, so you're hoping to go
Pull-
from here down to the bottom left.
Yeah, like this, kind of between, yeah. So get in there and kind of go that way.
Okay, so first off, you're going to take one of the fallen trees.
Yeah, that one there that I'm at. Yeah.
Okay, can I get a strength check, please, just to
Yes.
shove it into the water because it is quite it's quite heavy. It's a strength
Here,
save.
let me help you with that.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. No, but we'll take the 2-year-old. What's your strength plus?
+2.
Okay, so you get a 4. You hear these noises, and it doesn't move. Yeah, and there you've heard
Shirt.
noises similar to this before in the toilets in in the toilets in Phoenix's magical house.
Very
but,
familiar.
yeah.
You'll realise I can just swim across, and I can take a rope with me, and we'll just tie it, and then everyone follows, because we can all breathe in water till midnight.
It's true.
I like it. I like what I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah,
So you can always walk through.
Yeah,
sounds like it makes
this is
more
exactly
sense.
the thing. We can just walk through the water.
Okay, cool.
We just need someone to hold. Even we can bring Phoenix under the water.
Who would like to step into the highly sulfuric water first?
Torvig.
Torvig will go and show. We'll stick his hoof in and see how hot it is.
Well, the hoof, I would argue, doesn't. I mean, does it have that much sensitivity?
You know if it gets hot.
Okay.
I
so
can
Torvig-
get mine going dipping down till it gets to the fur.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think we'll do that. Torvik, can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
You absolutely can do. Oop. Boop. How's a 7?
7 is not good. You're going to take a D4 points of acid damage. How do you feel about acid? Are you resistant, immune?
I love acid damage. I shall take all of it. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. So you're going to take 3 points of acid damage as you whip your hoof out. I don't know if you want to play it down or play it up or be honest and tell them that you had a big ouchie or what.
I think there's a pause for a moment, and he gingerly lifts out and goes, maybe we go rock to rock.
Cows have feelings in their feet the same way you have feelings in your nails. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting.
Oh,
Fucking hell. Learned something tonight. All right, cool. So you're going to
Educational stream.
try and go rock to rock then. How are we going to do that?
Are the rocks are on fire?
The rocks are on fire. Yeah, they look like they're lumps of molten lava that have cooled into a rock.
Right.
A rock
I
shape.
think Nira will attempt to Take a
The
rope
pounding
and
of obsidian feet
jump
seems
to
closer.
a rock. Yeah, I think Nira's going to take a rope and jump to the nearest rock.
Okay, so you tell me how you want to do. So let's get your jump speed. What's your jump like?
No, that's excellent.
If you get a running jump, I always forget this. Let's go jump here.
I know, it's one of those weird.
It's one of the things you do like
it's like-
once every 10 games.
Yeah.
It's like 10 feet. You need like 10 feet of a running start, and then when you leap into the air, you can move a number of feet equal to your strength score, I believe is how that works.
But it's different if you're a monk.
Oh, yes, it is.
Go
Yeah.
to fexlabs5e.com. I think has the calculations already there.
Long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump when you make a standing. So you're going to jump. So you can go 10 feet plus your... That has to be different for monks.
It is different for monks.
Yeah.
Damn
Oh,
my
yeah,
call
here we
up.
go. Click. Monk. What's my strength? This is
Monk
Fex
jumping,
Labs.
5e.
Oh, jumping.
Your height is brought in.
Look for FexLab because it has the calculator.
I have that. And you say it's different for monks?
What is that? Like FEX Lab?
fexlabs.com/5e jump.
Okay.
And there,
Here we go.
you've flown in your dreams. You're not able to do anything like that and not
Well,
dream.
I
Monk.
mean,
Oh, you've got Step of the Wind. So what's your strength score?
12.
How tall are you?
Right.
Right, let's say 5 feet.
Yeah, I actually think, even though
Oh,
I had originally
that's
described
amazing.
Mira as very tall, I think he was
I'm
like...
fucking adding this thing. This is amazing. How do I add that? That is so cool. So cool. With a running start, your long jump is 24 feet horizontally. Your high jump is 8 feet off the ground. You can reach and go up and grab something 15 and a half feet off the ground. Holy shit. That's fucking awesome, Rep. Thank you for that.
24 feet. So I don't think any of these things are 24. Ooh, this rock here is 25 feet. Can I try and jump?
I'm happy if you want to alt it. So hold alt. You can go from there. Oh, sorry. You can go from here. See where I am?
Yeah.
So the very edge, the very tip of that. And you've got 24 feet horizontally. So that's if you have
24
10
of
feet
your
of movement,
finest.
right?
Finest feet.
Okay, so
Right.
just give me an acrobatics just to see how pretty this looks.
Beautiful. Acrobatics.
Nice.
Holy shit. So I'm going to give you advantage on your next one, okay?
Glitter clouds.
Because of the natural 20. This is slick as fuck. Nira, I mean, like, this is some Jackie Chan shit right here. Just like somersault and a landing, 3-point landing with the arm out in the air. It looks amazing. But when you land here, it is incredibly hot. Nira, can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
A bird.
DC for this is 12. The longer you stay on it, the higher and worse it'll get.
I will not stay here too long, so Constitution, I've only got a 1 Constitution saving throw. Boo earns.
Okay, you're going to take
Take
D4
eight.
fire damage.
I don't like that.
Why did you not heal? Oh, 1 point of fire damage as your furry little cat feet land there, and first thing you get is a smell of singed fur, and then the pain travels up. Angry bow select a bear. As you as you land on this thing, now the pain begins to shoot up. You kind of find yourself dancing on one foot and the other. So DC will be 13 if you stay here for much longer, and then it'll be the D4s go up.
Going to stay here much longer. So I have a rope.
Okay, you have a rope that you're trying not to let touch the fire.
I've got one end of the rope. I don't
Okay.
know who took the other end of the rope off me. Whoever
And
was
he's
standing near
rapidly
me.
tying other ropes to make it long enough to get
Okay.
over the entire.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Can I just get a survival check to see how good those knots are?
Sure. I will guide myself.
You're gonna tie them first and then hand them on to him. Excellent. I love it. Rather than having him do it over there and then burning his feet.
Poor little tootsies.
Baked beans.
That is a 10. Okay, that's good to know. It's good to know.
There is a guidance on that, so it is actually
Okay, yeah. Let's see.
12.
That's 12. Okay, that should be grand, right? That should be grand. Right?
Oh, God
Right?
damn it.
It should be okay. Okay, cool.
be grand.
Nira. Sorry,
I'm off again.
hold on 1 second. While Nira's doing this, Andira, Phelim, Katra, and Phoenix, what's happening? Well, Phoenix is passed out.
I was gonna say, Endiro's probably gonna pull a similar gambit in case things are not fine a little bit further down there.
Okay.
So she'll hand off a length of rope to Phelim and just ask me, please stop tying these to other lengths, and probably need 3 of them to get all the way across. And she's gonna jump off the ledge. Now that we've got that tree trunk in the water,
Yeah.
she's gonna try and land on that tree trunk, run down the length of it, and end up on this rock here.
Okay, I'm gonna need it's gonna be a high DC because you're hoping that the tree trunk will get in where you need it to be and will float the way you need it to be. But it starts to turn around a little bit. As it flows around, it doesn't flow the way you want it to. Thank you very much for the happy affiliate anniversary. I didn't even know that this was a thing until we start our stream tonight. So we're very, very pleased that we're still here. 2 years later, the Emerald Collective we quietly turned 2, and I love the balloons. And yeah, so thank you very much. How does everyone know? Does it say somewhere? Oh, very cool. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna need an acrobatics of, and I'm sorry, it's gonna be 21.
Okay. Could I make an argument for athletics on this one?
I think you can.
All right, that would be just lovely. Thank you.
I'm happy to do that.
The successful argument, though.
It is.
It's a 20.
You have a boon if you'd like to burn it.
I do have a boon. I'm going to use it for
I will
sure.
guarantee you your success of a DC 21.
Yeah.
Andira, as you and Phelim Fontaine push this huge, broken stump of what was probably an ancient jungle tree into the water, it sinks down and then pops up again. It seems to be taken quite quickly by this flowing river, but you can see now, though, the dried edges of this tree on either side are like fizzling as if they're burning away with acid. As you jump on, the tree begins to roll, and you sort of find yourself falling back. With the athletics check, you pump your strength into sort of running along the log to keep it going the way you want it to go, but without taking damage. Your feet do sort of get submerged in this water, which is quite acidic at this point due to the who's given healing now here, lads? We have bills to pay.
Oh, me, I get healing.
Hey, Zul, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. And thank you for the happy affiliate anniversary. Yeah, so as your body weight drops this log beneath the water, you do feel that you're not going to take any damage yet, but it is a good success. Look at that little heart. And as you make it to this rock, what are you doing with the log? Are you going to try and keep it, or
No. That no longer a concern.
Okay, cool. So as you make it here, I do need a Constitution saving throw, please. DC
Absolutely.
is 12.
It's going to be a 7.
You take 1d4 points of fire damage as this rock again is quite incredibly hot. So 2 points of fire damage, and Dira, as you stand there. Phelim Fontaine, Torvi, you're tying ropes. Kethra is sort of doing whatever Kethra does.
Can Kefra assist in that, I guess?
Yes, she can. So she can either give you advantage or you can give her advantage.
Roll for that makes more sense, doesn't it?
Why are you confused as to what's happening, Emerald Collective?
Are they going to pull them over on a rope?
They're just making lots of small ropes into one longer rope.
To get over?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Kefra gets a 21 her knots.
Okay,
so I think
so those
I think
knots are...
so Torvig is helping her now.
Yeah, so Ketzer kind of goes through the knots that Torvig is already tied, and she goes, that's interesting, and well, maybe we'll try it this way instead of sort of hurting your feelings. She sort of suggests an alternate knot.
You really don't want to know Jesus knot on these things. Okay.
So we're back to Nira. Nira, what are you doing?
On to the next one.
The rope is being fed out now, so can I get an acrobatics check? It's not going to be as hardcore because it is a shorter jump, but you do see now coming down the river this large tree that's being swept towards you. And Dira's going to see it first, but we're at Nira now.
Dave, if you don't actually let us cross the river, we can't carry on the game.
I just have to make it as painful as possible, Ref. That's all I have to do. It's my job. Nira, yeah.
It's a map. Give me 100 little triangles.
That's
Does that
a
mean-
1d4
That's a lot
healing.
of little triangles.
That's a D4 healing. I'm gonna do that.
That's
now.
a lot of sims.
3 hit
That's
points.
a 3.
Thank you
Okay, well
very
look, you're up to
much.
20 and 62. Nira, as you look to your right, over your right shoulder, you see, and Dira hasn't noticed it yet, but there is a large tree being swept down the river. Looks like it's going to hit the rocks first, but it could tumble over them. Nira, what are you doing? Are you concentrating on moving to the next rock? Or
Yes,
hoping...
I want to be out of
Yep.
the way before that.
Okay,
gets
so I need an acrobatics check for this. DC for this is only 16, because it's quite close.
there. Okay, let's see what we can do. 26!
26,
claws.
Nira, again, you just like backflip over and you manage to make it to the next rock. The rope in hand now, you can see now it's it is the slack is kind of it's
I will cast Mage Hand and use Mage Hand halfway along to hold it up.
look at that. I love it. Okay,
What a
cool.
legend.
So I was gonna say that the slack is starting to slip into the
Sizzle.
fire, but
I can
look at
tell,
that.
yes.
Yeah. Torvig knows what they're doing. I love it. And I'm here for it. Nira, as you land on the rock, and I get another Constitution saving throw. DC for this is going to be 14.
Constitution saving throw.
Please, as this rock is particularly on fire.
13. Sizzle.
Yeah, you have a boon and an inspiration.
I'll
there
do the
will be
little boon.
Many
Little
more saving
boon
throws
is
to come.
the D4.
Yep.
We'll do that.
That's an auto save, so well done. You'll take no damage this time. Now, Phelan, what are you doing up there?
I'm actually not up there because I had said that I was going to sit on it like the way you sit on the top of a water slide boat when you go in.
Oh, so you were on the
So-
log with Andira.
When I was straddling it, like
Okay.
like a you know, like a banana boat, I suppose.
Yeah.
So that's where I am.
Right,
wherever
so
that
you
may
are
be.
possibly over there. Let's get an athletics check from you then as well, as that would have probably affected how Andira was going to do it. You're
Nice.
yeah, it's pure right of cowboy. Let's get an athletics check from you and see how good you do. This
Athletics.
was the DC for this was 21, so I'm gonna see how you do.
23.
You are clinging onto this small rock right beside Andira as we zoom in there. You can see, she's gone. As you can see, here we are.
Short
I'm gonna
little
shift bing. You can see poor Phelan Fontaine. Andira is right behind you. Phelan, you do notice this giant tree is on fire now, begin to flow down the river quite fast. What are you and Andira doing?
Well, is Andera on the rock? Because
Andira's on the rock. You're on a small rock.
I'm on the. Well, I wasn't intending on getting onto the rocks. I was
Oh,
intending
sorry,
on-
my bad. What are you gonna do?
I am tensing my thighs as hard as I can, and holding on to the other end of the rope that
Oh,
Andera
shit.
had given me,
Okay.
and I'm just hoping to kind of.
So you would swing around that way then if you're holding on to the rope,
Yeah, that's
as
perfect.
the flow of the river will bring you down. And Dira, can I just get a quick athletics check just to see how good you do this? Thank you for the follow, Churnzabog. Churnzobog? Churnzabog.
It's a 15.
It's not too bad. Phelan, your feet are in the water though, so I will get a Constitution saving throw, please, from you.
Even with his short little legs.
Yes.
16.
16 is enough. You are okay for now.
No.
The DC for this will vary depending on my whims and where you are on the river. Moving on back down to Ketra, Torvig, and Phoenix. What's happening? Phoenix is doing this sort of gentle little snore now.
Out making noise and keeping an eye out behind us for encroaching obsidian shards.
It's definitely getting closer.
Like a third rope.
It seems to have figured out where you are. There doesn't seem to be sort of sounds coming from the north or the south. It seems to be coming steadily from the east now towards you.
Okay.
What are you doing? Just
This
that?
board floats, doesn't it? And it floats above water. It doesn't seem to descend as long as there's something below it.
No, it just floats. You can it's like the levitate spell. You can you can just pick it up and then you can just give it a shove and it'll go.
Yeah, that's at some point Kefra will just shove him across the river. But for now, we're staying here. We're making sure the ropes get paid out because at some point we're going to need to tie the other end of this third rope.
Yeah, what are you going to tie it to? That's what I want to see back here.
Is the tree? Is that not a tree directly below?
It's a series of shrubberies.
Shrubbery.
Maybe
We
something
need to
down
find-
here.
Okay. There's one of the trees down there. Then we'll head down there.
Okay. Maybe down there. Okay.
To cross the river, and then we'll tie off the end to a tree here, and we're going to lose these ropes probably.
Okay, cool. And as we're going back to Nira, you do not have a 10-foot run here.
Oh.
So, I mean, 5. Move it
That
to
tree trunk is swinging around though.
Where's the tree trunk?
Well, it's where Phelim is, and it's coming towards you. I mean, if you want to wait,
How
we'll
did I
do
get up
another.
there? Oh yeah,
we'll-
that's alright. No, I was.
So,
Sorry, I
Andira,
moved the
if you want to fucking hell, lads, if you want to wait until Phelim sort of gets to there, and then let the tree trunk drift down here, Nira, I don't mind if you want to try and do a Hail Mary here and acrobatics the shit out of this and jump across.
I think it would be rude to not do that.
I think it would be, it would be unlike Nira not to do that.
What's
So-
gonna happen to Phelim?
Phelim's on the log.
Yeah, if it keeps going.
Balem's getting a high five as I go past.
Look, Phelim will eventually hit land. It just depends whether it's on this continent or another one. So, okay, cool. So, Andira, I don't know if there's any sort of... look, you got 100 bits from your dear wifeling.
Lovely wife.
Andira, I don't know if you and Nira have this sort of communication, or how is this plan being hatched or formed or being given birth to?
I don't know if it's so much of a plan as just this beautiful opportunity that's been presented to us.
This sort of unspoken look across this raging
Just
sulfuric
like, are
river.
you gonna? Yeah, you're gonna. You're gonna. Okay.
Here comes the glitter.
And so Andira, holding on to her end of the rope, is going to take a run, hop down onto this smaller
Okay.
stone,
Yeah.
and then try and get up here, and then kind of really just like squat, get a low center of gravity, and hold on to this fucking rope.
Okay, let's get an athletics check then, since that's your bag, just to get across the river there. I mean, it's not a high DC, just don't roll a 1. 17, you make it look easy. That's all good as you vault over Andira, holding the rope. Now, Phelim, you're sailing south and west here as Andira begins to hold the rope. Andira, can I get a Constitution saving throw? This rock
Absolutely.
is particularly on fire, so I need a 16.
That's a 3.
That's a
Not
well, at least
one.
you rolled a not one here. So you are going to take 2d4 points of fire damage.
Oh god.
That is 6 points of damage. You were down to 10 from 69. And Dira, as you feel the flames lick up your legs now, and your vision swims from the pain. Again, with the acidic stench and smell and gases that are rising from this river now. You feel again your head swim, and your nostrils sting. The back of your throat and your nose now are red raw, and you find yourself begin to choke on this the sulfuric element of this river. Phelim, you are sailing happily here. I'm going to need you to make another Constitution saving throw. This has gone up to 18 now.
You just wait. 24.
That is a 24, my man. So you're still going to take a D4 from the acid, the river. That's 2.
Okay.
It would have been worse, but you are
Oblivious.
just. This is. I mean, look, it's
Great fun.
it's giving you that sort of waxed leg look that that, like this is like a river of Veet, if you can imagine that. And it's just burning the hairs off your leg right now, and that's all that's happening. And you kind of gotta like
pause to admire his legs.
Oh, it's smooth as fuck, and it feels good. I mean, next time you pull up your leather trousers, River of Veet, California Vodka. Ew. River of Veet is my favorite testament.
You beat me to it.
Look, it's a lot better than River of Feet, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
well, unless you're Quentin Tarantino. Hopefully he's not watching. If you are Quentin,
Hi.
love your work.
yeah, I love your work.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Phelim, as you make it down now, you're taking 2 points of acid damage. Tis but a scratch. You're 74 from 76. Nearer, you can see now this log. It makes it to about here. Phelim's on it. It's about 10 foot, maybe 12 foot long. And what are we gonna do? This is your moment. Hold on. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna draw it here. It's about that. Okay, let me just get Phelim out here and put him on top. Hold on, move to change layer, bring to back. Here we go. Phelim's on it here. Look at that. Boom.
That's a good log.
That's a good log.
That's a fine looking log.
Nira, do you want to ask Phelim to move to the other side of the log, or what's going on?
No. Heads up, Phelim, coming in. And Nira is indeed coming in, and Nira is going to attempt to run, leap off the stone, land on the log, run along the log, grab Phelim's hat as they're going past, jam it onto their head, and keep going. Leap up the other side and into the side of the cliff. And like be literally all four paws. Claws into the stone and just like hanging there. Cool. Hopefully with the rope tied around their waist.
Let's do a DC. Let's
And
do
DC 1.
DC. No, DC fun. All right, let's do a DC
10.
20 acrobatics check, please.
Okie dokie. You ready?
This is all hanging on like pure timing. And Phelim, who was like blissfully unaware of what you're trying to do, he's just enjoying the ride at this stage.
Hold on to your hat. Oh, that was so close to being a 20.
You have an inspiration.
Oh fuck, let's do that.
Oh, you got hold on. Before you do, okay. I will say that you did get a boon from D-Range Rhino in chat.
Class.
So do you want to use the boon and keep the inspiration, or
be grand.
Be grand. Okay, go. So with the inspiration gone off your sheet, thank you very much, Techno Mistress. Nira, move your token and let us know what this looks like now.
Nira, runs, lands on the back of the log. Phelim tilts back as Nira hits the ground. As Phelim tilts back, Nira just comes over in that kind of like cat run. So Nira's on all fours, over the top, hat grabbed onto the top of Nira's head, runs up. At this stage, the log is kind of up into the air, and Nira is, for a moment, just perched like a little gargoyle on the end, and then cats off the edge of that and lands all four claws buried into the stone on the other side. With, as I said, Phelim's hat.
Glitter claws. Okay, cool. So let's move you over to there, and we're gonna get Phelim and the log are moving down to about here now. And Deer, you're on the other side of this. What are we doing?
Okay. All right. I was hoping the log was going to stay where it was for the moment. Okay. What do we got here? What's our speed looking like? Okay. Because this is too fun not to.
Oh shit!
It's too fun.
It's too fun not to fall into the river of acid. Okay, cool. I love this.
Absolutely. I'm going to rather recklessly run forward through the flames on this rock.
Through the fire and the flames. I love it. Yeah.
Leap into the air.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my blessing of the Raven Queen mid jump. to reappear right above this end of the log. I'd like
What?
to land on that end of the log. Hopefully, as it's like come back down from Nira landing on it,
Yeah.
I can get some extra momentum and launch Phelim onto the shore.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, like a fucking catapult.
Love it.
Okay, so there's no check. There's no check for you to land there because your blessing of the Raven Queen allows you to teleport to anywhere you can see within 30 feet
Yes,
or 60 feet. 30 feet.
30 feet. Yeah.
Okay, so that is no problem at all. You take a run and a jump, and then you just and we're like one of those balloons in the water, and someone jumps onto it exactly like that. And here you land. Can I get now, Phelim? How do you feel about this?
Is there a check for cartoon physics?
There absolutely is, and then we're about to do it. Well, I just want to know if Phelim is going to try and hang on and resist this, or you're going to let it happen.
No, what he's going to do, he's going to let it happen, but he's going to try and grab his hat back from Nira as he's sailing through the air.
Well, here's the thing. I want to get an athletics check from Andira, and this is going to determine how far you are flung.
Oh boy,
Phelim's big day out.
that's a 26.
26. So you're flung. I'm gonna say. So let's do a little bit of maths here.
There's a rope as well somewhere there, cutting across the whole thing.
Okay.
If anybody needs to use that.
Okay.
Getting in the way,
So-
you just be to one side.
Phelim, as you are, I think you land pretty much at the edge of the map here, and like you slide along in a very undignified fashion. So much so as you slide along, the legs of your trousers are pulled up until you get this giant, enormous earth wedgie. And it is like you're kind of sitting there, but the back of your shirt is completely ruined, ripped apart, and filthy. Yes, it is. As the log begins to move down,
sure.
and then it crashes in here and begins to burn as it turns sideways and moves down here. But you do now have a rope. I need to know what's going to happen because in the next round, this thing is going to arrive.
We've already tied our end to the tree while that's
Okay,
happening.
let's get a survival check for that.
Which
Last
Kefra will
survival check
aid.
was to tie the knots together.
So yeah, Kefra will aid Torvig as Torvig is.
Shit.
Can't use guidance because I've got mage hand.
No, guidance is concentration. I think if they're securing it on the other end, I'm happy to say that it goes from say here to. Why is this not doing it? Pen. Right.
Have clicked. It's taking a moment for internet to. Is more than once. I'll take the first roll.
What's it not let me?
Nice.
Hey, very nice.
Beautiful.
Torvig a little embarrassed that he got his knots wrong earlier.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So I need athletics checks from Ketra and from Torvig. Are you just going to fling Phoenix across, given that he can't go up or down?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Torvig is waiting on that side to start with, though. He's going to let Kefra get the way across because well, it's be easier. Do they need to tie the other end off, or they just hold?
I mean, there's only one way that we can find that out.
Yeah, we can get up and tie off that the other rope to.
Probably one of these trees down here.
The trees crash as you see an old familiar creature, the Shard, crash through now. This giant obsidian beast with this black shining stone helmet, these orangey red glowing eye sockets. You can see now it's about 3 times your size. This human-like torso built for one thing, which is destruction, crashes through the brush. Now we are now going into initiative. Let me just clear the turn order.
Woo!
That's not it. Where's the fucking turn order? I'm still gonna go clear because I don't trust it. Clear. Okay, cool.
Right. Never
Let's
second
go.
clears.
No, fuck the turn order.
Fuck the turn order.
Oh, it's at an 8, lads.
Is this everyone in the turn order? Yeah.
Yes, because if you want to take an action, it will be in the turn order now.
Oh.
As the shard breaks through again, we're going to go back to our...
no.
Let it gives us steering the music, guys. Tell us if it's too loud. As the shard breaks through now, you can see it's tearing huge trees down, swatting them out of its way. It stops for a second, surveys the scene, looks over the river at Nira. Phelim, who's just picking himself up now, and Dira is there, and Nira's giving the glitter claw. Number 3 on Twitch D&D.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
Fucked.
thanks, guys. We're getting us up to number 3rd place in Twitch D&D. That's pretty awesome.
is
You
quite
can see now this creature, it's these vacant, fiery eyes just settle on Phoenix, Torvig, and Kethra. Phelim, you're up first. What are you doing?
How many Phelim is on his back? Is he aware of what's going on across the river?
I would probably, not yet, but
Okay.
what would you like to do at your turn? Half your
Right.
movement, stand up.
Yeah, very little. He is going to stand up. He's not fully aware. He's struggling to pull down the hems of his trousers. They're really wedged up there.
Oh, they're right up there, yeah.
His thighs are bulging out from beneath them. He's really struggling. And it's just like, when when your wet shorts kind of go like that in the swimming pool, and you're kind
They get
half-
the air filled in them.
afraid of being branded something you're not, and
Filled with
should I
soil.
be touching myself that close to my groin? And Phelim's coming out here, and he's just really pulling at his trousers, as I said. He eventually gets him down to his knees, and he just actually, have I got movement? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh shit, sorry, I just zoomed in on my character sheet. 25. I've got loads of speed. And okay, I'll just go up to Nira, and I'll just take my hat back and pop it on and say, "What do you think that big bastard's gonna do now?" And that's it.
Kethra Heller, what are we doing? Making your way across the rope?
Yes, she is.
Okay, cool.
Dash.
So I'm going to say you can use your movement, and you can use your action to dash. So the rope begins here. Happy to say that she was there if you want.
Yeah, because she'd been taking Phoenix to push, so
Okay,
Phoenix would
go.
already be floating in the above the waters. That
Okay, so
way.
Phoenix is about that far now. Kethra, would you like to use your movement and your action to move? Also, just give me an athletics check to see how successful this is. It's not just movement; it does involve strength.
Yes.
I can't wait to
But
see how the
successful.
rope reacts. Whoa, okay, nice. How the rope reacts to Torvik's weight.
I might roll this Torvig, but it's
Yeah. 20, that's a 14 athletics.
I might roll her on that one. That
So that roll was for Kethra, was it?
But can I add her boon to it?
You can, yeah, of course you can.
There'll be a D4 on the way.
Not yet, like Cleopatra.
That's 18 total.
18. Okay, that's it. That's successful enough. That's it for Kethra.
Yeah, Torvig. I'm sorry, Torvig.
Where is? Sorry, give me 1 second. I may not have sorted the turn. So it should have been Phelim, Kethra, and Dira. The shard near. I don't see Torvig in there.
Torvig rolled a 23. Kefra rolled a. Oh, Kefra should have been a 14. Sorry.
That's all right. That's
Double
okay.
up
That's
myself.
that's fine.
Swap them around. Torvig can go on 14 then, and Kefra can stay on 23.
Okay, so I'm going to add
that
you
makes
to
more
because you're
sense.
not in the turn order, so I'm going to add you. How do I add someone? Torvig. Torvig. Add. And then, or do you just want to roll? Oh, no, cool. 14?
Yeah, I'll just take the one I rolled for. Just
Cool.
be-
It's still,
it's
yeah,
quicker.
you're still above the shard. So let's go descending again. And we should be. Phelim, Cather, Torvig, and Dira. Oh, lads, I think you might make it. We'll see. So that's it for Cather. Torvig, what are you doing?
Do I think the rope will take the weight of both of us?
Like to make an intelligence check or survival? I think. Well, let's give you survival because this is pretty clutch.
Boop.
Survival roll brought to you by. That's a 24. Given that you had some high rolls, yeah, but I mean,
I'm not certain. Okay, no, I'll take it as I'm not certain. I'm going with not certain.
no, I'm happy to say you get a 24. You know it'll take your weight, but I mean, this thing is coming for you.
Yeah.
Any
it is.
interference will like.
Yes, it will. So I'm instead running to here,
Oh Jesus, Torvik, what are you doing?
and I'm going to cast Speak with Plants. And one of the options to Speak with Plants is I can turn ordinary undergrowth into difficult terrain.
Okay, and do you have to be?
It's a 30-foot radius from me.
Oh shit. Okay.
Wow.
Right. So do you want to draw
guy
out a
knows
30-foot radius, or would you like me to do it for you?
You might. Your internet connection is probably better than mine
Okay,
at the
give
minute.
me 1 second now. I need to go on the. Oh shit! What did I do? Hold on 1 second.
So he's going to shout "Go" to all of you, and then he runs that way, and he's starting to already cast. You see the rainbow magics of the Fae surround him.
I'm gonna get a square 30-foot radius from here.
Breathes out.
I'm going to hit linger.
And that whole area just erupts in growth.
Fucking hell, Torvig!
Very, very cool.
All right, and that's your action.
Yeah, I haven't got any bonus actions I can take, so that's it.
You don't have any misty steps or anything?
I cast a leveled spell.
Oh shit, you did. Yeah, fuck. Okay. So that was Phelim. That was Cather. That was
So his
Torvig.
bonus action is just
yeah.
to shout to everyone else just to go. Run.
Oh no, Torvig.
Oh, we'll get you up.
Really though? Okay.
You can roll an insight if you think I'm trying to deceive you or trying to persuade you.
Did the DM do that?
I'm kind of talking about Dave the viewer here, not Dave the DM. I'm getting worried and sad. I shouldn't. It's my job not to. But I love these characters. Okay, Andira, what are you doing? You see this happen now. You hear that guttural, deep voice, accented voice of Torvig. Go. And then you see this whole area just begin to come to life now. Those flames on the trees and the palms to the west and the north of Torvig now being smothered as they're just overgrown by this violent new growth. Torvig standing almost completely unaffected by it, and he looks across the river, locks eyes with you, Andira. What do you do?
Okay. Well, Kethra's on their way. Phoenix is floating over. Nira and Phelim are probably a little bit more able to get them if something goes wrong there. I would like to roll an insight check on Torvig.
Oh shit! Torvig, are you trying to deceive?
Can I do a blind roll to you, DM? And they
Yes,
don't know.
you can roll to me. So what are you rolling to me? You're gonna roll to me. Cool.
I'm going to roll a.
Oh, hold on.
charisma
Hold on.
bonus.
Don't do this in Roll20 because it will come up on Twitch. Do you want to roll this to me? Can you roll this in Discord? You will see it. You will see it.
Yeah, I tried it before. I tried to roll it privately and it came up anyway.
What?
Uh,
Can you roll it in Discord? Yeah, the audience will see.
well, I'll roll to you.
What's that?
It's gone. Dice roll's gone.
Okay, dice rolls are gone. Go for it. This nerve-wracking dice roll brought to you by fucking hell. Bathrobes. Let's stop your dick from touching the sink with bathrobes.
Jesus.
Wow.
Crane got a
Roll.
natural one for a zero.
For a
Zero.
zero.
I don't think it
Big
really
ol' goose
matters. It doesn't really matter what you roll for me.
Where is?
So whisper it should be an option. Okay. Oh my good god. Okay, go. That's interesting. So I don't know how you want to. Would you like to DM me here or?
So what are you trying to incite on
Yeah.
Torvik at this moment?
I'm trying to determine whether you're trying to slow this thing down at any cost, or do you have something up your sleeve here?
Torvik appears to have a confidence about him at this moment.
Okay.
Yeah, he seems to know what he's doing.
Okay. Well, Dave, would that be my action, bonus action, anything like that?
No, I'm going to give that to you for free.
Okay. Yeah, in which case things seem like they're going rather well over here for now. I am going to take my secondary rope, tie it to the same tree that we have the first rope tied to. And I'm gonna hold an action to dash and just be ready to jump out and catch anyone who might if Kethra falls off the rope. I'm gonna be there to kind of run out, jump, and catch her so she doesn't drift away.
Okay, that's it for Andira.
Yeah.
The shard is going to. Let me just double check what it can do. So its reach is 10 feet. It's like 20 million step of the wind gone into the fucking Roll20 chat.
No, it's just
I really want to do this. Okay, cool.
Well, if I fucking realized I had it earlier on, I would have been sorted. But
Okay, so first off, it's going to use. This is going to go 5. It's enter difficult terrain now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it has 35 feet of movement left. So it goes. That's 25 feet of movement left, right?
Yep.
Let me just double check how far away you are. So, its crushing gate. Immediately after Shard uses 10 feet of its movement, all creatures within 30 feet must succeed a DC 18 saving throw, or strength saving, or be knocked prone. So let's just see if you're within.
That's bad.
Oh
Well,
shit!
he's
I'm
within
after
30
fucking
feet
sorry.
because
Yeah,
one
if
sec.
the,
I am. He'll be within 30.
He is. Yeah, I just want to give you back that. That there.
I'll do a lingo from Torvik on my colour so you can do other things. Hang on.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. So I need a DC 18 strength saving throw, please. When you're done with the measure. Go back there. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And everything is running very slow for me tonight.
That's okay. At least we can hear you, which is the main thing. Were you saying earlier that you think the connection might get better later on?
I'm hoping it will.
Jeez, you might need it the way this is going.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I hope not, no, obviously. Jeez.
Strength saving throw was that? Sorry.
Yeah, DC 18.
Coming at ya.
That's a 9.
There you go.
There is one more inspo in the pot if you want to use it.
Take it, please.
Please.
The party want you to take it.
All right, I will take the. That's a 12.
Corvi, you are now prone. The shard is going to use. So at that, what did I say it was? We're at
There's
25 left.
25, 35, right?
Yep.
Well,
And then we're
15
going to
now.
go. What?
15 feet remaining now.
Yeah, which will be
Yeah.
get him to there, and then probably there, right? Is
You
that
wouldn't be able
correct?
to move. You wouldn't be able to move that last 5 foot
Okay,
because
no
you couldn't
problem.
do it because of the double thing.
Yeah,
I think.
his reach is 10 feet. He's just out of fucking.
Ooh.
So.
See you in the morning.
You can see now, Torvik. Ketra is halfway across the water. Phoenix is sailing across. And Dira, as you look across, you can see Torvik is... He's dropped. He's lost his balance. Nera, you look across as well. The shard looks at you, Torvik, and it tries to take a swing, realizing it's not close enough.
So close.
Going to use its volcanic roar.
No.
The shard lets out a grinding roar that cracks the air. All creatures within 60 feet must succeed in a DC 18 con saving throw or take 10d8 thunder damage and be deafened until the end of the next turn. On the success, they take half damage. You are currently at 11.
I'm down.
Let's just roll. Let's just roll the damage and see. $54.
Cool.
You see this thing take a swing at you now. A miss, and this pure volcanic anger just emanates from it now. You see the rocks in the river shake. The water begins to ripple now. Torby, you're thrown back into your own plants, which is that concentration?
No, that's not.
Okay, so you're thrown back into your own plants now. As that is its reaction. You've taken... So, sorry, did you fail your...
I haven't rolled yet.
Let's get your DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
It really doesn't matter what I roll.
Well, yeah. Well, you never know.
No.
6. You're going to take 54 points of thunder damage. Unfortunately, I have to play this thing as an unstoppable killing machine. It doesn't give a fuck. Its sole purpose is to murder you all. Torva, you are down. You're going to be on death saves next round. Luckily, that is all the shard can do. Nira, you all hear this from across the river now. The rope is still there. Katra is coming across the rope right now. I'm trying to draw this here, but it won't let me. For some reason. Pen line, rectangle, ellipse, freehand. There you go. So that's the rope there, okay? Nero, what are you doing? You see Torvik go down. You hear that volcanic roar. You see the effect it has on the environment around you, and you just see Torvik like fucking Street Fighter 2. Hits the deck. Could this be our first death?
It's looking quite like it.
Rebirth of the Graven King.
I think Nira is going to run to the rope. Well, actually, do you know what? I might hold off on that for 1 second and just check. So what I would like to do is... I mean, I'd love to just fucking run across the rope, but I don't want to risk knocking... knocking anyone off the rope. What's Phoenix's situation?
He is sailing across the river, blissfully unaware of what's happening.
And he will, if left alone, just eventually reach the bank on the other side.
Can you give me an intelligence check, please?
I can.
Just a flat intelligence check.
Yeah, I don't. What I want to do is go and -1 to my intelligence. Jesus, I want to go across the rope, but I don't want to knock Kethra off the rope. That's a 7.
Okay.
I think Nira's. Yeah. Nira's going to hold their turn until after. I can delay my go in the turn order.
Yes.
And then maybe
you will lose your movement, and you will lose. Oh no, you won't. Sorry, that's holding an action. You want to move yourself down in the turn order.
Yeah, can I just delay my turn to later on? Maybe after.
Well, I think you were last in the turn order, right?
Oh shit! That's right. Oh fuck. Who's on the 0?
I don't know. It's gone.
Who's
now.
on the 0s? Well, if that's the case, I'm just going to run down to the rope, and I'm going to.
So how many feet was that? It was 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
but I want to just that'll be my movement, and Nira's just going to use their action to give the help action to Kethra for when to help get her across.
Okay, no problem.
That's the best I can do.
Fairland Fontaine, we're back up to the next round.
Yeah.
I sent you a message on Discord there, Rep. In case you're. Well, if you ever
Yep,
found
right.
what's going on. Cool.
Okay.
Sorry, I was being distracted. I will.
That's okay.
This thing is at a big distance. It's roaring. Rep is down. There's not much I can do. Now this is a little bit left field, but I do genuinely feel it's the only thing Phelan could do. So I'm not taking the mick here. I'm gonna have to use my action search because I think this will take 2 actions. I'm gonna very quickly take out my longbow, search through my bags for that soup, the love soup that I made before. Little vial of it there.
Right.
Rub an arrow tip on it, and a called shot, which I know will be very difficult.
Against the shard, are you hoping the shard will fall in love with Torvig?
Trying to shoot it into its
I
mouth.
will tell you that I think at this stage you've discussed this creature enough. You know it's a construct. You know it's not capable of any kind of emotion.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to give that action back to you.
I will.
Love
The
arrow.
only other option is to.
Sounds like a Kiss song.
I'm going to just try and shoot it with longbow to distract it. It's all I can go for.
Okay.
Here we go. And that one.
Okay. So we are not one. Fucking hell, lads. We are not one. Can I get you to roll D100, please?
I normally love these, but not right now. 59.
Roll a DC 10 dexterity check. On a failure, you drop your weapon at your feet, which will be into the water.
Okay. Dex saving throw, is it?
Dex saving throw 10. I mean, this
My bloody longbow! Damn it!
is
14.
14. It slips from your hands. The arrow sails. Is that reprobate Helming Torvig? Yes, it is. Zul, yes, it is. The arrow sails harmlessly north. Is that it for Phelan?
Before I decide that, the board, how much of a weight do we know that can hold?
Phoenix is it. Phoenix is like a size tiny creature.
Okay. And this is she's coming across. I think just given how I got, will I? Yeah, I'm going to use me. No, I'm not. There's nothing else I can do. I'm just gonna just wail Torvig.
Okay. You can barely see him now with all of the overgrowth of these these plants that he's summoned now, almost as if they've buried Torvig themselves. As you actually lose sight of everything but just this one shining black horn, and you can see the shard is like knee deep now, just trying to trudge through one singular goal on its mind, and that is the destruction of this creature. That's it's half sent on its way anyway. Kethra Helder, what are we doing?
Kefra will finish the move to get out and above the water.
I feel like Kethra would look back. She'd have some difficulty here.
I feel that's the point. She looks back now, expecting to see Torvig on the rope, and now realizes what's going on because she's had that fear of water, so her concentration has been firmly focused on hand over hand, hand over hand, up the rope, up the rope. Get out. She look now. She hears Phelim cry out Torvig and looks across, and now she realizes what's happened.
And Nira had used their action to give her the help action, so I think Nira would also be kind of like, hey, come on, look over here, keep going, trying to distract her, and as soon as she got within arm's length, his version of the help action will be to grab a hold of her, pull her out,
make sure she doesn't go back.
Fall, she doesn't go back, etc., so.
Okay.
So I think now she's just speechless, staring, and she can't tell whether to rage, cry, shout, throw off Nira and try and get back across the line. So I said at this moment she's effectively stunned.
Okay. As the battle rages on, that massive tree has flown down this river now. It's banged off a couple of rocks. It's hit the west side of this river, and it's moved down now under Phoenix Valley, almost taking him off the board. Phoenix Valley travels along and reaches the other side. Just Kethra sort of, I feel like just doesn't even look at him, stops him. We move on to Torvig. It's time for death saves, but not until after this break. Guys, thanks so much for sticking with us.
We're all in fancy dress. This is a fun and whimsical game. You cannot kill people.
I know. Well, I didn't want this to happen, but it's happening. I have to roll with it. Guys, we will see you in 5 minutes, okay? And I just want to check in on my players as well, make sure everyone's okay.
Mud flaps.
Oh, hey, hi. Yeah, we're back. I was going to do announcements, but we're on to death saves. So, lads, fuck the announcements. We've got shows coming up for the next fucking week. They're all on a Twitch schedule. I'll do them at the end if you want to stick around, but I don't see why anyone would. We're on to death saves. I know a reason why they would, which we might do later on. Okay, Torvig.
Mm-hmm.
That roar having blown out your eardrums now, you lie almost smothered by these plants, which seem to be almost trying to form this protective shell over you. But unfortunately, given how much damage you've taken and the fact that you're practically deafened now, or you are deafened, you don't hear the cries of your friends on the other side of the river. And the last thing you said to them was go. And Torvig, you try to move your head over to look across the river. You can't. You don't know if they went or not. And I don't know if there's a part of Torvig that wonders or cares if they're coming back to save him. But I would like to hear about that. What he would have thought before he rolls the death save.
Before he rolls the death save. At that point, he's looking at his best friend in all the worlds, who he knows struggles over water. He wants to make sure she gets across. He wants to make sure the party is there, gets Phoenix where they need to be.
At this point, Torvig, you are... It's hard to tell. It looks like it, but it's hard to tell. Torvig will never know for sure.
Nope. But he has trust in all of them to do what they need to do.
Can I get a death save, please?
For sure. That's a 13. Lucky 13.
Torvig, a moment from your life. Happy or sad, depending on.
A bit. He remembers the first time he journeyed through the worlds and came to a new world, feeding out of these.
You're dropping out again. We might have to lose the camera.
Human
So we might start that again.
and
If you can hear us, we might start that death save again, or that moment to give your camera.
all right.
Kill that camera and we'll start
Camera
that
then.
again. Yeah.
Yes. Time travel through worlds, any kind. A black-furred minotaur, quite unique. He remembers the bandits following him, and he remembers being saved as a warrior human came along to help him. And he remembers that last little bit. He knows just as he sent Kefra on her way, he druid crafted a small sprig of white wood sorrel. So she has that thing. There's now a flower in the back of her, behind her ear, which was the flowers in which he tried to hide before she was able to save him from his pursuers. And that to them is always their flower.
Okay, so that is a successful death save, Torvig. Next up, we have Andira. Andira, I think everyone's aware of what's going on across the river now.
Yeah.
And Torvig, please play Cathra as Kira Freya would play Cathra. If there's a way that she can try and get to you, I think she would definitely do that.
Yeah, I've tried to work out she can do it. I don't.
Okay, cool. No worries. Andira.
I think Andira is looking back across the water towards Torvig, and she's crunching the distance numbers, and she knows she can't make it there before the shard gets to him. And this feeling begins to sort of like well up, and all these moments of Torvig start kind of swimming to the surface a little bit. There's, Torvig is mighty and sure of themselves and stoic. Yeah, exactly. And all of these just like very like admirable qualities in terms of being like someone to be out doing the sorts of things we are together. But then it's the little things, the moments of comfort that he's provided to Kethra and his role in helping to get that cursed sword away from Phelim and conversations that she has had with him and his attempts to help with Phoenix as well, it's wrong. This shouldn't be happening. This isn't right. This can't be happening to him. And in this moment of just pure desperation, she kind of runs up this way and with her final use of her blessing of the Raven Queen, teleports out back onto this rock. And when she reappears, she's in this half undead, spectral, wraith-like form, and it's kind of mixing in with the flames around her, and she lets out this banshee-like scream as she raises both hands and just fires 2 bolts of eldritch energy towards the shard, desperately hoping to distract it from what's right in front of it, but knowing it's probably futile.
Would you like to roll to hit the AC of this creature is 22?
Neither will hit.
The tears in your eyes, Andira, affecting your aim now as you fire them. They both go tragically wide as this river seems to get louder and louder, and your cries seem to be almost drowned out by the environment here, as if it's conspiring with the shard to drown out your cares and drown out that last moment you want to have to connect with Torvig, tragically unaware that Torvig is now deaf and also unconscious. Anything else?
That'll be Andira.
Okay, Rappa sent you another message. The shard is going to use its movements. That's 10, 20. It doesn't need to move that close to you, but it does. It's going to use its multi-attack. It's going to make 2 slam attacks. What's your AC, Torvig? If Torvig's still here, just double check. May have disconnected completely, in which case it makes me feel really shit about. Let me just double check he's still in the Zoom call. No, we're going to hang on for Torvig to reconnect to the Zoom call. I'm not going to do this.
Just the time to read out your announcement.
Yeah, Torvig's typing away in the Roll20 chat. Do you know what? Zoom has dropped from me. Let's hold on. Okay. I'm going to say, gonna do announcements while you reconnect. Okay, well look, we're back to part 2 of Rebirth, episode 28, the Rebirth of the Graven King. Look, the most important thing that's happening next week is our D&D era one-shot with our one and only Keith Allen, who is right there playing Nira.
Hello.
When the king lays down the challenge to his greatest warriors, only one is brave enough to accept. But when Nira disappears into the dark, the one and only Nira has been played today, into the dark and dangerous Samhain night and doesn't return, the king turns to his most trusted chieftains to find them and make sure that they are brought back to the palace before dawn comes and the gates to the other world close for good. Join us this Thursday, November 6th, with Castle Commander Keith, as he gathers his chieftains to go on a quest to find out what happens during the adventures of Nira. This prologue will set up a story to the next live D&D era game and will introduce you to some of the chieftains / DMs, as well as other characters and locations that you will get to meet and explore for yourself in Charleville Castle on November 8th. Come along and support your chieftain, call for your clan, try to help Nira get back to the palace in one piece. Keith, tell us a little bit about it. I'm very excited for this.
I will indeed. This is a little bit complicated, but I think it's going to pay off.
Okay.
So as you guys know, Nera is my character here in Rebirth of the Graven King. Nera is based on a real character from Irish mythology. Nera the warrior from Rathcroghan. And it is one of the original Samhain stories where Nera goes out. The king of Croghan, King Alil, challenges his mightiest warriors to go out and place a wicker band around the ankle of one of the corpses hanging on the gibbet. None of them are brave enough to do it, but Nera goes to do it. Shenanigans ensue. I won't go into the details of what happens, but when Nera comes back, they are armed with a terrifying piece of knowledge. As we know in this game, that Nera witnesses the advance attack on Croghan by the fairy army, the army of the Sidhe, who come out of the gateway to the other world, Oe Nagat, which Nera was guarding. This one shot, the game we're playing in the castle next week, which Dave will be DMing in, as will Ben, another Emerald Collective stalwart, and many other, I must say, some of the finest DMs in the country. I'm very, very lucky to always get them. They are amazing.
We have,
and that adventure will start when the start of that adventure will be King Alil getting the word from Nera that the army is incoming, and then the players who come to the game will be starting off at that point, and then attempting to defend it against the Sidhe army. What we'll be doing next week is I will be taking the DMs, and for flavour, our DMs are chieftains in their own individual clans within Croghan. They all have their own little locations in Croghan. I'm going to take all the DMs and have them, or some of the DMs, unfortunately the Hearthfire Tales guys can't make it, and run a one-shot telling this Nera's adventure story, and you guys will play your chieftains, and you will go out to try and find Nera and bring them back to the palace to set up the start of the other game. So it's all right. A bit convoluted, but it'll be a bit of fun.
Looking forward to it.
It's going to be quite silly. I have 6.5. I think Wayne is joining in the second half.
Yeah.
So potentially 7 DMs as PCs in a one shot. So it's just going to be very silly and fun. But
looking forward to it.
Good fun.
I think we have our
join us here next Thursday.
Yes, do. We'll give it a serious push in the socials. We are back with Torvik. Torvik, you back with us?
I am back with you. Yes.
Okay, so the shard bears down you now. It's going to use its
all the
multi-attack.
levity leaves the room.
What is your AC, Torvik?
For a non-range attack, I
32?
think
A million.
1 million. I believe it's 16. So 17.
That
Sorry.
is a 31 for 39 points of damage. So that is 2 failed death saves, Torvik. Do you want to give me 2 moments?
2 moments. Okay.
Or 1 if you prefer.
I think a lot of the moments I've already done. He remembers making the decision to step out from the Vale to head northwards on the time what he thought was the Trail of Nylea, who is the goddess of the hunt. And it was not that goddess who he found on the way and started his journey.
Not. Okay. Torvik, you're on 2 failed death saves. If this slam attack hits you,
Yep.
that's 3 failed death saves. So it's an automatic 2. The only way this creature can miss is if it rolls a natural 1. That is a 28 for 48 points of fire damage. Torvik, what is the last moment before the light leaves your eyes?
The last thing he sees over the shoulder of this creature looking down at him, he sees a figure made out of starlight. And it just turns away as that slam comes down.
I think that takes us out of turn order.
The horn's off, for what it's worth, by the way.
As the shard. No sooner has its massive overhand William Shatner Star Trek crush just completely caved in your massive hulking chest, Torvig. There's no ceremony here. There's no nothing. As it just, I'm gonna get, if you can get rid of that linger for me, that'd be great. The creature now just toward the area of effect thing on roll on the measure tool, Torvik. It moves straight away to the edge. It doesn't even stop to consider who you were, what you did. It just begins to walk up and down the river. The rope is still there, and it begins to notice it now and walks down towards it. What are we doing?
This whole time, Andira is just volley after volley of Eldritch Blast. She's just so in this moment, but likely not hitting anything, but just sort of overcome.
The last thing Torvik said to you was run. This thing looks at
I think Nira will cut the rope from this side.
Okay.
Careful cries out a large no at that point.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna roll d6. Volcanic Roar recharges in a 6 on a d6. That could have hit you for 10d8 thunder damage, Andira. You know how lethal this thing can be, and you know that effect will probably recharge very, very soon. What are we doing?
And finally, when she doesn't have anything left, she'll turn around, take one last look at the shard and Torvig's crumpled body behind it. She'll take a running start and leap back over to the shore.
Yeah.
Nira is going to grab Kethra by the shoulder and just kind of turn around and try and not overly roughly, but trying to just
She
bring her
pushes
away.
you away and she stalks westward.
The shard crashes through the northern trees the way it came in and disappears. And again, that determined, focused, singular purpose. As you look across this raging river now, as again, the environment seems to conspire against you, even going back to retrieve the body for some sort of dignified burial. The river current picks up and it splashes against the rocks, and dear, you feel some of the water just thrown out against the rock towards you, and it's begins to singe your skin. You don't take any damage, but it's quite painful. What's everyone doing?
Dave, is there a large stone that I can find here?
Yeah.
I know they're not the ideal tools, but I'm going to take out my smith's tools and just carve into the largest stone I can find on the far shore. Torvig fell.
It'll take you about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'll take my time. I'll do it nice as I can.
Okay.
Seeing
Are you
Kethra
guys-
kind of
Yeah.
move ahead, Andira's not going to let her get far alone. She'll tail her from a respectful distance from now.
Yeah.
I'll grab Phoenix on the little plank and follow along.
Okay, I'm going to move you back to the map.
And Torvig's there.
Oh God, sorry. Jesus Christ. Okay, no, he's not.
Everywhere. He'll follow you now.
Shit, fucking stupid.
You will go to the Dagobah system.
Yeah. Second.
Lead us all.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm just gonna place the party over here. Because in the new roll 20, you can set the
back.
part. Oh, okay.
No, stop it! No.
You guys make it over here now. Utterly exhausted. I think this is probably the most secure place you can be on the island, other than the central thing. You can't see what the shard is up to. I mean, the odd time you hear some sort of echoing, pounding thuds as it, God knows what it's up to. It seems to be, like I said, a creature of singular focus and determination, but it is not stupid. And you know it's up to something. What are we doing here?
I have an idea.
Okay, I will just describe to you. You have made it to what looks like the middle of this island, some sort of Stonehenge ruins type thing, and it's within here. There seems to be a whispering. Very faint, but off-putting.
Maybe we shouldn't stop exactly here.
We all have. So we still have them. Do you remember we took the skins that were on the tents in the village that protected them from the acid rain?
That's right.
I propose that we make a large curragh that's like a light boat and put those skins on the outside and see if it will withstand the acid of the water. If it withstands the acid rain, I suspect
maybe it'll withstand the water.
And with that, we can hopefully avoid that awful thing.
Okay. So what are we doing here? Are we taking a rest? Are we...
I think Nero would like to do a kind of a recce
Okay.
through this Stonehenge kind of thing, but also like how big is the island? Could Nero like realistically do like a lap around it? Like is it big enough that or small enough that we could kind of secure the whole thing,
probably,
or would we just have to
probably
like
take you 45 minutes to do, maybe an hour to do a full lap around it.
Okay, well, I think like everyone's just traumatized at this stage, so I think it's kind of like Nero will say, yeah, listen, especially with Kethra, everybody just, sit down, take it easy. I think, yes, fail him. That's a fucking great idea. See if you can start. I'll, start chopping some wood, lashing it together, building that thing. I think everybody try and get some short rests, or, no.
You won't get one if you're doing this, by the way.
Okay, well, I think at least kind of, let's start just keeping busy, setting up base camp. I'll secure the area, see if we can get a fire going. Let's get some food. Let's just keep everybody busy with seeing if we can secure ourselves. The idea is that we're heading in the direction of a long rest. During this long rest, we can eat, we can sleep, we can try and build this curragh and all this kind of thing. And Nira is going to go and try and maybe do like widening circles from the camp out, and see if they can just kind of like just secure or, just check out as much as possible. Get a sense of apart from this terrifying chittering whispering that's going on, is there anything else? The guys can or the rest of the gang can suss out what's happening here, maybe do some arcana checks or something, but I'll just busy myself by kind of running around and seeing with an eye as well to kind of see if that thing definitely want to go up and down and see if that thing has a crossing it can use further up the way. At least check that out and then see is this a safe space for us to take a bit of a rest.
Okay, cool. So I'll get you to make your choice of perception or investigation there.
No problem. What is definitely perception or investigation? Oh yeah, well that's a 7 or a -1. I think that one.
I think we might go with the old perception. Yeah.
Ooh,
that's an 11.
Oof.
Again, with tears in your eyes, and I feel like you do not have an inspiration. You can add a D4 to that if you want.
Better than a kick in the ass, that's for sure.
Better than a slap in the belly with a wet fish.
That too. That's a hot one. I'm up to 12, baby.
12. Yeah, those Nira sort of has those tear stains now down the fur. Yeah, it's a stressful patrol, Nira, but as you walk around, you can see there are no obvious crossings to this island, other than the one you took to get here. That chittering though it's unsettling. Having been around undead and sort of terrifying necrotic creatures, it seems, I don't know, it
I'd be
doesn't
surprised
seem,
if it wasn't a terrifying necrotic creature now at this stage on this fucking place.
it seems. Give me an insight. Let's see. What are you?
Ooh, insight.
You're a monk. No. Wait. Give me
No, I have a good insight.
Yeah, give us an insight there.
Not that it fucking helped my perception, but anyway.
And then followed by a religion, and we'll add the two together and see how you did. Okay. Nira, having been so close to death for so long and having experienced it yourself almost like several times, this place seems more like, and the noises seem more like a remembrance or a reminder or an echo of folks that passed. It's almost like maybe 1,000 years ago these noises would have been louder and you possibly would have heard whispers, but now they've just echoed into, it's almost like time and the land have overwhelmed those voices that stuck around for so long. The ego tricking them into thinking I was too important to die. How could the world go on without me? But refusing to cross over. And they languished in their place of burial. And now what you hear, this is not even recognizable as the words they shouted and cried and protested. It's just starting to sound like the birds and the bats that live around here. And it makes you sad because Torvig just died here. And I think you feel confident that he wouldn't have stuck around here. Especially someone that spoke of thresholds so often. He would have realized this was his time to step across his threshold, the ultimate threshold. But with that sort of innate realization, Nira, you understand this place is no threat for now. The noises may be unsettling. And once you've ruminated upon them, and once you have thought about the source, you feel better about laying your head to rest here.
I don't know if Nero will be able to vocalize all of that, but they will definitely come back from their loop around and kind of get a sense of the place. And just again, I mean, I don't know what the rest of the gang are doing, but kind of just go around to everyone and just kind of check in and say, yeah.
What does Nira see with Andira, Kethra, and Phelim after that hour?
Well, I think we've probably got some semblance of some sort of camp set up at this point. I think Andira has been busying herself collecting firewood. And by the time Nira gets back, the day is just like really sort of caught up to her, and she's sat on the ground back against a tree. She's hurt, tired, can barely cast a cantrip at this point. And she's just not quite head in hands, but head kind of bowed and just thinking.
Phelim.
Phelim has his back to the group, his back to the fire where there's a kind of half-arsed tended cauldron of very bland turnip soup or whatever he could dig up in the locality, and he is twisting and pushing saplings into the ground and bending them over, and he's just completely focused on building this Kuruk, and in his mind he's just thinking about Torvig and the loss of others in the past, and cannot in his mind understand what he's a bit angry. He's a bit angry at Torvig.
Okay.
In his own way.
Yeah.
Because the emotion is just coming to the top for him. And
Right.
every so often he's just there's a little curse coming out of him, and it's coming from a place of love, but it's anger at the loss of someone who was always kind of calm, friendly, didn't treat Phelim badly as he's used to because of what he is, and just cannot understand how a sensible creature like Torvig would have got caught out like that, and he's angry.
And Phelim, I think you look back and the rope looked, or did it? The rope looked like it. I mean, it could have held him, or could it? Why? I mean, why did he go? Why did he go away? I mean, why did he not come across the rope? And these thoughts are running through your mind because you saw. And you hear in your mind. Oh, Phelim, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Aren't we all?
You never liked old Margaret Canaan, but I can see he was a noble sort.
Yeah. I think being kind, and this is Phelim talking directly to Margaret. I don't think he disliked Margaret. If he did, he had big hooves. He certainly could have trampled you. It's just, I don't understand. He's dead. I mean, I understand, but I just frustrate. I can't understand why. I mean, the rope was there. Everyone else breezed it. What was he at? He's not a fool. He wasn't a fool. Fuck's sake.
He ran back. Maybe he's tried to slow down the creature. Stop me getting to the rope. Drop me all in the drink.
Phelim raises his voice. That's what the river was for. And he snaps one of the saplings.
Margaret Canaan doesn't reply. What's Cathra doing?
Kefra has been honing her battle axe for the last hour. Just this constant shh. Shh. Just the battle axe, not any of the other weapons. That's the one she started with, and that's the one she's just been very steadily. There was a pause when you cried out louder. And then she stalks away from camp at that point.
Rep, I'm going to send you something that may alter how Kethra acts for the rest of the game.
Cool. She doesn't leave people's eyesight, but she definitely goes off to away for the moment.
That's with you in Discord now.
Thank you.
I'm hoping that that won't have to be delivered in the same way that I've delivered to you. That we'll get to a point where Freya will be able to communicate that herself. Depends on how far we get in this session. Okay, are we taking a long rest or a short rest here? I will argue that it'll probably take you more than an hour to make a Kirk.
Oh, definitely.
I think Nero will suggest a long rest anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think, and like, apart from the fact that everyone is mentally just drained, and I think everyone's kind of in shock. I think this is actually, and again, I'll go over this with Phelim. Like, you know, this seems like it's a pretty secure site. It's probably the most we can hope for. I think it would, you know. Should we take a long rest now while we have the chance and everyone could definitely use it, or do you think should we press on, press our advantage on top of that thing? Nira knows Phelim has the military background, so I'll definitely be deferring to him on whatever our next activities are.
Yeah, I think we should take a long rest if we can. I will continue working on this boat, and if we hear any noises, we'll scramble the boat and get moving across the water.
Okay, I'm gonna say, Phelim, if you're working through the night on this, you won't get a long rest, and we'll be doing Constitution saving throws for points of exhaustion.
Yeah, Nira will, you know, don't be up all night. Do it for a while. Wake me up in a few hours, and I'll carry on with the boat and the watch, and then I can.
Wake me up before you boat.
Son of a bitch. Exactly.
Phelim will just nod and clap Nira on the shoulders and get back to work, while keeping an ear out, very attentively as he can, for noises of crashing trees, in case that thing does find a way across.
Bit of turnip stew, and Nira will just curl up beside the fire and try and get some sleep before taking the second watch.
Okay. 1 second. Just replying to something here. Sorry. Okay, cool. Okay, so who's taking the first watch?
It's me while I'm building the boat as well.
Would you like to give me a survival check, or would you like to argue for another skill to construct the boat?
Let me see. Survival will have to do. Christ. I will add a boon to that because I want this. That's going to make a huge difference, but might stop a disaster.
Oh, it's going to be grand. You got it. It's fine.
7.
Oh, perfect.
7.
See, nearly twice as good. You're fine.
Okay, that is not great. You find your usual skills, your hands are sort of not responding in the way that they used to, and you almost find they're shaking. As your concentration, it's not what it should be. It's not what it used to be. As you find yourself replaying what happened, and you almost cut a length in the side of the kirk with your blade as you think about the length of the rope, and then you're, for fuck's sake, you look down and you're like, fuck it, another few hours trying to fix that. It's gonna take another few hours to do, and it's at this point I think that Nira comes over and just tells you to maybe to take a break.
Yeah, and Nero will try and take over and repair any damage done, and maybe try and redo any like badly. Again, like with the rope, the knot tying in a kind way. But yeah, definitely
Okay.
trying to take over.
There'll be no talk, just a thumbs up from Phelim and leave him to it and go and rest.
Okay. Who's
Do you want
taking the
a
next
survival
watch?
check then off me?
Yeah, please. Do you know the Bilderkirk?
I don't. Maybe I don't know. Do I know how to build a card?
You can say yes if you want.
I have Outlander as my background. Does that
I'm
help
happy
me
to say
build a
that,
card?
Yeah, that yeah. Given where you came from, maybe.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely, maybe take a few pointers off Element and see if I can give it a go.
Okay.
Survival, is it?
Yeah. $23. I feel like Nira's chaotic energy might have just, I don't know, allow you to just dissociate from what happened for a while you have a job to do. And like the emotions are still there. I just feel like maybe the ADHD sort of allows Nira to just sort of hyper focus on creating this thing. And create it you do. After a couple of hours, it's time for you to have a nap. And it's either Kethra or who's gonna step up for the last watch.
Indira will. At this point, I'm out of my trance, so I'm up for the rest of the night.
Okay.
Just reset. There we go. And yeah, Indira will pick up where Nira has kind of left off, asking them for like next steps. Admittedly, this isn't her strong suit, but she wants to help. So she'll take over the work from there.
Okay. It's more or less complete.
Great.
If you want to add some sort of what's what I'm looking for, ornamental touches to it, feel free, just to keep your mind at bay. And what is Kethra doing right now? Oh, the void
is
Yep.
remaining on the fringes. Are you still hearing me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so I think Kefra is remaining on the fringes of things. She's very much caught in her own world. I'm not entirely sure if she slept or not. Yeah, she's not engaging with anyone at this moment.
Okay. Andira seems to be sort of keeping watch.
I think she might come to a decision.
Yeah.
And I guess at some point, Andira will notice or catch a glimpse of some arcane.
You
I've
dropped
done-
out. You dropped out again. The last thing you said was
I heard a glimpse of.
But there's a bit here on
glimpse,
this
yeah.
mechanic. I'm not. Big glimpse of something. I'm guessing something arcane. I'm
it
not.
is arcane, yeah.
Yeah, there'll be. So she'd have been very still most of the night, looking down at something, and then like just before dawn, as that kind of threshold, that last note, as day comes into it, there's an arcane flash, and she's gone. And if you go over, there is a single piece of parchment left where she was.
Ketra's gone.
Oh.
I'm going to show this to all players, and I would like one of you to read it out. In fact,
What?
Torvig, would you like to read it out?
I'll read it out. That's fine. I can't do her voice, but
It's all right.
my friends, my family, I had fought beside you fire and shadow, and I would have gladly died for any one of you. But these last days, the gods have shown me a truth I cannot turn from. When I saw my friends become no more, something inside me broke. I have sworn to protect those I care for, but my sword alone is not enough in this world of magic and monsters. Time and again I've been pulled from the water, dragged from the brink, saved when I should have been the one saving you. I have begun to wonder if I am not your shield, but your burden. My life has been driven by rage, the faces of my family in their final moments, the blood I swore to spill for them. I thought if I swung my blade hard enough, long enough, I could make it right. But vengeance without purpose is nothing but another sin. And I am tired of sinning. I felt a calling in the still moments. Tyr, God of justice. He does not promise me peace, but he promises me clarity. A way to fight not just with strength, but with wisdom. To bring justice that will last, not just another corpse at my feet. To walk that path I must go. This is not the end of my story, nor of ours. I will return when I can stand beside you as an equal, not just in battle, but in every way. When I do, I will be the shield you deserve. Until then, remember me not as the woman who walked away, but as the sister who left so she could come back stronger. For justice. For you. The pendant I wear will take me where I must go, but one day it will bring me back to you. Kefra.
And having endured one loss, it seems that right after this rest you were not sure that you would get. When you all feel possibly at your strongest, you look around and you see the note fluttering to the ground. Indira, you've read it. How do you present this to the party?
Suppose I'll wait for everyone to wake up. Kethra's made this decision, and disturbing their rest isn't going to change that. The note mentions a pendant. Is there a pendant around, or is she referring to one she must have taken with her?
It was one, now that you look back on it, you did see on your last long rest that you've always seen a chain around her neck, but never what hung from it.
Mm-hmm.
And there was she seemed distracted on the last night, the last long rest, and there was a barely perceptible glow from this pendant.
Mm.
You'd see her eyes look down, and her hand would either go to cover it or once more feel the warmth from it. It's hard to tell which.
Mm.
And seems to be something that's stirred to life only very recently.
As I'm kind of looking at what Kethra's written here and how she's worded some things, there's no anger there. There's sort of recognition. There have been moments recently, more than ever in her life, where Indira is feeling the same. If I just tried hard enough, I thought if I just was the best I could be at all times, and still we face these failings and these drawbacks, and I get it. I understand.
Is there any doubt in Indira? Is there any guilt in as much as she felt this way? She felt as if she was a burden to the party. Does Indira? Is Indira secure in their confidence that you didn't say anything to make her feel that way? Or does that even enter Andira's mind? This is a question I'm going to ask everyone, by the way, so it's not specifically, it's not something that you or may have done as a player or anything like that. It is a question I'm going to ask everyone.
I think Andira doesn't feel guilt. There's a little bit of, maybe if they had talked about it, it seems like something that they're both rather private about, this sort of self-doubt. So it doesn't seem like it's likely that that conversation would have happened, but I don't think Andira holds herself responsible for that.
Okay,
I
good.
think that she believes in fate, and Kethra is in pursuit of hers, and if she finds it, she'll be back one day, and she's looking forward to that. We're gonna need her. And so as people wake up,
Yeah, they begin to stir,
think
and you can see
Andira
the
will pass
fire's sort of burning low, and it's the cold, the morning cold that begins to sort of stir people from their reverie. And Andira, who do you pass it to first?
whoever's up first. So I guess it wouldn't be Phoenix, but between the other two, whoever's the earlier riser will probably get that letter.
But like Captain Phelan will be
I
the
feel
first
like
up.
it's Phelan, yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
up with the dawn, and
I think Nira's usually the last one up.
Fresh
That makes sense.
breakfast. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'll hand it to you now, and you read it.
He flips it over. And he looks at it
Hey,
disbelievingly.
the just kidding on the back.
And he is investigating the sheet of paper. Is this legit? Is there anything more to this? He'll tear a corner off, see if there's any magic. Is it just an ordinary piece of paper? He cannot believe this. Torvik's dead now. This one's after running off. He has seen this before. He is worried about how this is going to affect the group. Is there going to be a group left? He's hoping that this just isn't actually from Ketra. Something else has happened.
I think Andira, I think the way Rap described it, it's pretty. There seems to be not a lot of doubt that it is from Kethra. I'm happy to say that that's explained to you.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Does Rep just not want to play with us tonight or something like that?
I'm sulking because my camera won't work. That's it. That's all it is.
Can I ask Phelan a question?
Yeah.
Phelan consider her a deserter.
He would, to a point, yes.
How do those emotions, how does that realization or that arrival to that sort of that conclusion, how does that play out on Phelan? Outwardly, on your
it's more.
face? Or is that going to happen later?
No, I think there's that initial hope that it's not her. There's a grimace. I think a grimace comes across his face. A grimace like when you walk in dog shit. And he is fuming. The only thing that doesn't send him completely over the edge, she has talked about coming back. He's a bit skeptical about that. And I think if Phelan was to come across Kethra in the future and she hadn't, or before they come back to her, there'd be sharp, certainly sharp words, if not something else sharp traded between them.
Okay. Near as you begin to stir, this, I don't know if it's Phelim or if it's Andira that present this note to you.
I honestly don't, and as we've been hearing Phelim's thoughts from Paddy there, I've been trying to think how would Nira react, and I think Nira's kind of definitely. There's a lot of emotions going on with Nira. I think Nira has kind of quite recently, obviously the death and stuff. Nira's kind of has died and nearly died multiple times, and only recently has kind of come to terms with, as we mentioned or we talked about before, has come to terms with. I think that acknowledging that chaotic element to themselves and that self-destructive, impulsive side of them, which I think, as we said, has developed over years of kind of like feeling like they'll never get home and, they'll never return to their family. They had recently, and I think Kethra was a large part of them feeling like they'd moved past their old family that they'd left behind centuries or decades previous, and this was now their found family. So this is, Nira had just kind of got the grips with that. So I think instinctively when Torvig died, I think instinct and preservation kicked in, and they just kind of kept like, look, we need to be practical about this, and and they kind of allowed that to kind of like, so they didn't kind of take that too badly. But I think now it's like Torvig died. Torvig made decisions, and those decisions ended up with Torvig dying. Whether Torvig could have or couldn't have made a different decision and gotten back across the rope and stuff, I don't think Nero would have dwelled on that too much. The adventuring life, sometimes you make a decision and there's a load of reasons for it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So I don't think he would have gotten too into that. So I think he would have written Torvig's, or I think they would have written Torvig's death off as definitely very sad, but unfortunate, or it's just something that kind of happens in the line of duty, that kind of a thing. But for Kethra to kind of choose to walk away from them, even though the words, and there's no doubt, I think, in the wording and the language used in the letter that she has struggled with this and she feels it's the right thing to do, and obviously she, more than any of us, has been affected by Torvig's death. Nira understands that, but Nira also personally has just emotionally invested a huge amount in this group. And this group has been slashed. Yeah. One person has died and been killed. Nira could handle that. But for another person to then choose to walk away, I think Nira's really, really struggling with this. I don't know how you would see them reacting. I think they would be kind of like verbally kind of like swearing and showing their frustration. I don't think Nira bundles stuff up too much, so I think they'd be kind of like, fuck's sakes, gee, now what the fuck are we gonna do? Kind of like generally, kicking stones and kind of like whatever. Whether they blame Kethra, blame themselves, maybe, I don't know, but there's definitely, I think you guys would see a little bit of a tiny tantrum coming out of Nira. Nira's an impulsive and a passionate creature at the best of times, so I think you guys would see a bit of a kind of like, fuck's sakes. And maybe they might like, be like, yeah, well, fuck her, or, I know she's alright. Yeah, but still, fuck it, and kind of, you'd see this internal debate play out. And there'd be a lot of kind of like fucking roar.
I couldn't help but think of aliens. Well, fuck, man, what the fuck are we gonna do now, man? It's game over, man. We're fucked. It's game over.
Why'd you put her in charge, man?
Why'd you put her in charge?
Yeah. There's a lot of that. Actually, I think that's quite a lot of the energy coming out of Nira at the minute. And like kicking the carrick, we just been on like building this fucking thing, and we were just after rallying. And
it's made
ourselves.
For 5.
Yes. It's like, we could have finished this an hour earlier, man. It was for fucking 4 of us.
At this point, Andira, I feel like you step away and The volcanic activity in this flow of water seems to have subsided. And I'm going to bring us back. The camera pans back to where Torvig lies. Body completely shattered and ruined, chest caved in. And in that moment when the shard just, the first strike just caves in the chest, Torvig, second one comes down and snaps that horn off, that weakened, blackened horn. And as the shard charges off, you see the plant growth that emanated from Torvig's last spell. These small roots begin to wrap around this broken black horn and turn it over once and turn it over again. It's almost like these plants, these plant growths that were not given life by Torvig, but accelerated into this advanced or quickened existence, feel compelled to respond to that. And as the camera pans, you can see Torvig lying there. The one horn snapped off now, these small plant growths rolling in closer and closer and closer to the shore until it plops into the river. The current begins to drag it down, but you see now some of these green algae-like growths. Pluck it up, pass it up the river. It drops in again, pluck it up, pass it up the river until Andira, you seem to see down at the shore this thick, shiny black horn that once lived on the left side of Torvig's head seemed to flow against the current and just plop out with a wet splop onto the sand. It's unmistakable. It is part of Torvig. It is that horn that almost got severed in battle that eventually did. And it's almost as if Torvig would want you all to have a piece of him with you until the end of this journey.
And Indira kind of looks up from what she's doing. She's found a spot once people have started kind of getting up in the morning. She doesn't feel as much of a need to keep eyes on the camp and everyone here. And so she goes to have this quiet moment by the coastline. And she's got a vial of ink kind of opened up and propped against a rock. And she's got a sewing needle in the other hand. And just along her forearm, you can see her kind of dip the sewing needle into the ink and then a couple pokes in the skin back. And along her forearm, she's done just a very simple sort of field tattoo, I suppose, of two minotaur horns, one full and complete, the other one broken halfway down. And as she looks up and sees the end of Torvig's horn, it's right there on the shore. She kind of looks across the river again.
The river itself a threshold.
Yeah. And she kind of steps down, puts her things away, and picks it up. She'll pocket it for now. She's gonna do something with this, but eventually find her way back to the camp and everyone else.
The Kirk is ready. The river still flows. The shard. Let's start again, sorry. The Kirk is ready. The river still flows. The shard still hunts. The volcano still belches black cloud and spews fire every hour or two. As your party stands there, you can't help but think back to Knob. Who asked you all to do this for a greater purpose, for a higher purpose. And I'm not going to say right now how you all feel, but I'm sure you all wonder or hope that it's worth it. But on you must go. And the island in the center of Garthas awaits. Floor is yours.
Indira will rejoin the others. Look across the water at that central island. Grab the rope attached to the plank that is floating in the air with Phoenix on it. I guess we continue on.
Yeah. Well, look at. We're supposed to be in this together. If any one of you are not in this with the rest of us at this point, don't bother getting into this fucking boat.
Indira gets in the boat.
Nira leaps into the boat.
Venom will fling himself across like he's jumping across the top of a gate into the boat. Let's go.
I guess I'm in the boat as well.
Of course you are, Margaret. And Venom will
Plop it under that.
Tuck Margaret into his hat.
And the last thing you hear as you plop the hat over Margaret Kanan's ear. Margaret Kanan's here. Till the end. I'll do my best to protect you. I promise.
Hold on to your hat, Torvig. Someone wake up the little fella. We need all the help we can get.
And as you push the Kirk away into the water.
Fuck, we never made any oars.
As you push the Kirk away into the water, singular destination on your mind. You can't help but look over your shoulder once more. And wonder how many of you will be left at the end of this. Or will you even make it to the end? And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Heavy session game. My gosh.
Heavy session. Torvig, I don't know if you're able to come back, whether your internet...
I'm still here.
Whether your internet will let us...
He's kind of always
camera.
with us now.
Yeah.
Voice.
Thank you for the follow.
And the tip of a horn.
Yeah.
Waku Jaku.
I don't know if your camera will work again, Torvig, or not, but...
Sure, let's give it a try. What can
Yeah.
go wrong?
So that's fine.
Okay.
there he is. No horns. No,
no
horns.
No,
the
no.
horns.
Oh no. I don't know if you want to go into what was going on in Torvig's mind. You don't have to. Because there actually, do you know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw into our Discord those roles, the deception versus the insight, into Stream the Aftermath. And I swear to God, it doesn't get any more fucking narrative than this.
I rolled a nat 20 on a deception check.
Oh my gosh.
Torvig,
So, it's in our
basically,
Stream the
his
Aftermath.
thought was that he basically needed to buy everyone time to get across. And he was, at that point, he was figuring he was fearing he was the least useful in the group. His purpose was just to get you to places. At this point, he figured you need the power to help the duels take down what they needed.
Did he
and
really
more
think he was the least useful?
Has he met Nira before? Like, Nira just kills himself over and over again.
But more than that, it was he wanted to make sure that Kefra was safe.
Okay.
Because all the way, his very first time they met, she saved him from bandits.
And she was halfway across.
And she was halfway
the road.
across. And in his mind, he was not going to take the chance that he would bring down the rope.
And do you know what? Like, if he brought down the rope, he's a swim speed.
Yeah.
But she would have gone
He
back into
doesn't.
the water. No, she would have gone back into the water.
Yeah.
And that was the thing she was most afraid of.
And then water that would burn her. Yeah, no, he wasn't. If he'd slowed down enough to get away in that next round, there were various ways he could get back across.
Yeah.
He had multiple spell options that could have got him away. If it came to it, he was going to just run, and you reckon he could outpace that thing.
Yeah. If I'm playing like a monster that's stupid or impulsive, or that can be sort of, distracted, I wouldn't have played it that way. But this is a pure focus killing machine, and I did send Rep a message going, "This is I have to do this."
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and
Definitely
we knew that,
narratively
and
made
Torvik
sense.
knew that, and that
Yeah.
was why he made that choice that
Broke
they
my
need
heart
to
to do
go
it.
on.
Because I'm up for you guys. Like, I want you guys.
Oh yeah, well I don't think that's ever in doubt. I think it's
I want
very
like
obvious
I
that
want you. Like, it's
and that's
not
what
a.
makes you a great DM. You're a fan of the players. You're
It's,
not.
I love
you're
I
not
love
out
the
to
players.
stop us.
It's never me against you. I can't.
Except when you get a cool fucking monster.
Yeah,
Terminator's gonna terminate.
absolutely. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
made
it.
that thing like so.
No, and that's a hard thing to do as a DM is to play it because that's exactly what that thing was going to do. It wasn't going to come in and like
It
knock
wasn't
him
gonna
down
fuck
and be
around.
Like, I'm going to go
No.
over here. It was like
was
I'm
gonna,
going to
like-
pulverize this dude.
Yeah, it's
So,
down.
fair
I'm gonna
dues
make
to you,
sure it
Dave, that was
stays
a tough
down,
thing
and
to do.
then it's a shit thing to do. But
It is, but
especially
you did
when
it
like
properly.
I've read the backstory Torvig. Rep gave me, and it's fucking awesome. I had shit planned for that.
I have a thought on that, by the way. We can continue.
Oh
that.
yeah, I really want to hear that. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it was Jesus Christ, like a hell of a
Well, what was-
session. Yeah,
Well, what was the story then with Kethra? Was that like that was obviously planned well in advance?
yeah.
was
So
it?
Freya can't play with us anymore because of work.
Ah,
So
okay.
I thought that we were going to get to a point tonight where that goodbye would have made maybe more sense. But I don't think we're going to get to that point even by the end of the next session, given what's happened here and the time we've spent respecting Torvig's death, because I didn't want to gloss over it or speed past it.
For sure.
That moment needs the time that it deserves. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
I can't think of anyone better than Rep to choose a moment for Kethra to head off. And if if Freya can't be with us, then I can't think of anyone better than Rep to
Totally.
RP that moment. And
100%.
so we did a little bit of back and forth in DMs, and I was like, yeah, do you know what? Like, my original plan was if nobody died here to get us to that point, and then maybe have Freya finish up with us at the very start of the next session. But because we had a death, that didn't happen. So, you know, we're gonna miss Freya.
Yeah.
Yeah,
big time.
We love Freya. You're still gonna see her in Shadowdark. I'm not sure. I think you're gonna see her in Arcane Adventures in Andromedas. Because they're both Tuesdays, she can't do Thursdays anymore. But I will make damn sure that if we make it to the final battle, that we get a fucking Kethra return.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Deal.
gonna
Right.
have to
I'll
happen.
stick around now, so.
That's the only reason. It's the only reason. Yeah.
Nier is retiring next week. No, he's not. He's back.
So we're gonna head to the center island. That's been annotated by my good friend Craig. This seems safe.
Completely safe. It's gonna be fun.
And we're going to try and find the dwarves.
They're usually under the ground.
They're usually under the ground. They are the focus of Parzanthia, who is another one of the son of the Graven King's minions. And Parzanthia has been busy.
Ooh.
Busy.
Interesting.
Making life difficult for the dwarves. It could even be that Parzanthia is responsible for the eruption. Hard to tell. There we will find out as the story progresses. But guys, it's been a difficult session. I really, really appreciate the sincerity and what's the word I'm looking for? Just the integrity that you guys bring to moments like these and to your characters. I'm very lucky to have a group like this, and really, really, it's just a hard one. But
We're very lucky to have you, Dave.
Absolutely.
And you, Kate.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
we'll be back in a month. I don't think we're gonna have our friend, or maybe we might have. What, 27th?
We should have.
Should.
Yeah, we should have Ryan for his last day before he goes off to do his Christmas work.
That's right.
So hopefully we'll have him there.
Fucking need him. Jesus, we're down to
Yeah.
fucking bare
Right,
bones
yeah.
now at this stage.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet Torvig's twin Vortig.
With his fake mustache and his glasses.
Yeah.
More
You
like,
have never seen me before.
more like Tuvig. So guys, we love you all. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for being with us. I'm sad but proud that we did a 3-hour session for once. And we're back on Tuesday with Shadowdark, Thursday with our wonderful Castle Commander Keith, who's going to be GMing the shit out of a one-shot that I still have to create characters for. And I'm back on Friday with the Soft Round Saga episode 2 million of the Soft Round Saga at this stage. But look, we love you all. Type H in the chat for Torvig.
Big time.
Or F, is it F? Type F in the chat for Torvig. I don't know. It's what we always do. I don't know where it came from.
F.
F, isn't
It's
it? Isn't it F?
just a Call of Duty thing.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool.
I thought we were going to say, what was the Terry Pratchett one?
No, just because that's what we've always done. And I've never known why, but thanks for fucking explaining it.
What? No.
Guys, we
That's what
love
you
you
mean,
all,
at some
and
point.
we'll see you soon. Rep, I can't wait to see what you bring next. See you soon, guys.